Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dunham Field. We are at O'Hara Stadium. We're in Rapid City, South Dakota for today's Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Showdown. Thunderwolves in town to take on the homestanding Hard Rockers of South Dakota Mines. My name's Jim Brooks, Joe Cervi, my partner. Dean Eden's our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. We welcome him to our broadcast. Joe, it's a glorious day here in Rapid City.
Yeah, just chatting up some Hard Rocker fans outside of the press box, and they go, great day for football. And I thanked them for the weather because we've been up here when it's not been like this. And you want to talk about a beautiful day in the Black Hills of South Dakota? We got one.
Well, if we had played a week ago, it might have been problems up here. It was blizzard time a week ago up here in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. But today we had a little rain shower in the morning, but just kind of made the air nice and crisp and clean, and it's going to be just a perfect day.
Yeah, I was out for my morning constitutional. I talked to somebody at the front desk, and they said a squall came in, hit really hard, really quick, but it rained hard early this morning, and everything was wet. Looks great now, though. It's going to be 60 degrees at kickoff, and holy cow, you can't beat it for November 4th.
Well, Thunderwolves looking to continue their winning ways. They're on quite a roll here, and each successive week, Joe, they keep playing better and better. You just keep hoping it's the same ascent to the top of where they want to be.
Well, this is the kind of team where you don't want to see the season end because they keep getting better and better, and we see this offensive line come together. We see Chance Fuller at quarterback just get better and better. The defensive fronts are getting stronger. We got the best secondary in the nation almost, and you just want to see this team keep playing. And
mention up front offensive line, I guess that's the only area of concern is the health of their offensive front. Thunderwolves probably missing Tyler Etheridge today. It would be a game time decision, but it's pretty much known that he probably won't play today. So they're moving some people around, and including our guest on the coaches show this week.
Yeah, Seven Chappell, true freshman out of Texas, comes in, earns the starting job at center, makes all the correct calls. They get their freshman left tackle, one of the biggest, strongest guys on the team is a true freshman, gets hurt. They say, okay, Senan, guess what? You're moving to left tackle, not right tackle, but left tackle to help to block the blind side of your quarterback, and you're a true freshman. He's like, I got it. And you know what? He did.
Well, the Thunderwolves offensively, they look to take some shots today. I guess that's really what they want to do. They got a couple of guys they feel like they might be able to exploit, so I guess the big play is what we look for early from the Thunderwolves.
Well, I tend to gravitate to coaches that are around mostly, and Braley Brown we talk to a lot, and Josh Atkinson is the receivers coach, and he just loves how his room is getting better and better. He wants more consistency out of him, but we're Reggie Redlap biggest fans, but he thinks he's a consensus All-American. If you look at the size and his ability, he may have an All-American day today.
Well, for South Dakota Mines, it's kind of a three-headed monster led by their quarterback Jaden Johansson. They also got a very capable running back, Jalen Fry, and they've got a receiver that's leading the conference, Ben Nolan. Just under 1,000 yards on the season, 14 touchdowns, including an 87-yarder. He causes the defense some nightmares. He's kind of a scat-back type, and they move him around a lot.
Well, it's strength on strength. Again, it's we've seen Johansson, we've seen Nolan. These are players that we have seen before, and you're going to put them up against a defensive front that seems to get better every week. And again, easily the two best safeties in the country, safety tandem in the country, and these corners are developing nicely.
All right, we'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to the head coach, Phil Vigil. That all comes your way next. It's all part of the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunderwolves pregame show. And joining me now, head coach Phil Vigil. Phil, it's a long and winding road to get up here, but once you get here, it's pretty nice.
Man, it's a beautiful area. I've never been to Rapid City before, and this is a really nice little area, and it's a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for better weather, and as we say, it's near perfect weather.
Well, it's a nice little escape for the ball club too, for an extra day out on the road. You get to do a little bonding, plus go see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we went to Mount Rushmore yesterday, and there were several of our guys that have been there before, but there was a lot that haven't. Brought my son along on the trip, and he got to see Mount Rushmore for the first time, so he was pretty excited about that. We got some ice cream, and it was a great little experience for our team.
Well, all that aside, now it's time to get ready for this South Dakota Mines ball club. They got kind of a little three-headed monster on offense you got to stop. saw.
Yeah, they've got a quarterback that kind of makes everything go for them. He's a really good player. He can do it with his arm and he can do it with his legs. Obviously, they've got a very, very talented receiver that they move all over the place and find ways to get him the football. If I'm not mistaken, he's leading the RMAC in touchdown receptions right now. I know he set the career mark here at South Dakota Mines for receptions in a single season. And then their tailback is another really good football player. And so we definitely have our hands full when it comes to stopping these guys on offense.
Yeah, the receiver you mentioned, he's just short of 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns on the year. He does it all. They kind of move him around a lot.
Yeah, they do a really good job of personnelling and finding ways to be creative with where they put him and how they put him and get matchups on guys. And so we've got to know where he's at all times and have an answer for him.
Now, speaking of moving around, the quarterback, Johansson, he can not only do it with his arm, but he's very good at finding gaps and running the ball as well.
Yeah, he's a guy that, if things break down, he's able to make a play with his legs, and he's shown that all year long. And so we've got to find a way to contain him, keep him in the pocket, and let our DBs and D-line get after him.
Well, we've been at this quite a few years, and it seems like teams get a dose of Thunderwolves defense. If you play it the right way, then they slow down a little bit. That's what you're hoping.
Yeah, we just want to focus on our process again, and it's about us doing our job every single play and doing it for the guy next to you. And they present some issues, and it's going to be a hard fought game today. They've got a lot of weapons, and we've got to find a way. Your hope is to stop them. Most likely it's to slow them down, and so we've got to find a way to slow them down and keep the quarterback in the pocket and defend on the perimeter.
Well, for you offensively, got to be more of the same. I mean, the offense is really clicking here of late.
Yeah, just again, proud of these guys. The longer that they've played together, the more they played together, the more cohesive they've been. And pass game, run game, it's all looked really good as of late. And so we've got to continue that today. And again, I think we've gotten to where we've gotten offensively by focusing on our process and focusing on getting better every single day. And they've done that, and they're playing at a high level. And we're going to need them to today because we know that their offense can score some points, and we've got to match that.
I suppose probably your main concern offensively is just health. The offensive line banged up. I don't know if people really realize what you guys are having to do to keep this together.
Yeah, we've had 7 season-ending injuries up front, and so that's a position that was a position of concern going into the season. And when you have as many injuries as you have, it's obviously makes for some sleepless nights. But Coach Graff has done a really good job developing those guys up front, getting them to buy into the brotherhood, and we've got some young guys that have stepped up and really made a difference for us this year and kind of cut their teeth with some really good opponents.
And there's no secret about it. I guess playing any team like this, the last thing you want to do is give them any confidence. I know they're pointing toward this game. This might be the year they can finally get over that Csu-Pueblo hump, but I guess a good start's paramount.
Yeah, you always want to get off to a good start, but I think the main thing is this game is going to go back and forth, and you've got to find a way to win in the fourth quarter. Obviously, we want to start strong, but it's how you finish that really matters.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Thunderwolves head coach Phil Vigil back with the starting lineups. Got the opening kickoff. All comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City. Thunderwolves and the Hard Rockers getting set to battle here in a little bit. Just had the Senior Day festivities here for South Dakota Mines. And, Joe, you always talk about playing teams on Senior Day.
I'll play anybody on Senior Day. They're worried about tickets and Aunt Helen and what they're going to do for dinner after, and the melancholy of playing your last ever game on this field. And that's when somebody comes in and just kicks your ass. And that happens in every sport at every level, Jim. Senior Day is it's the best day to play somebody you want to steal one from, and it's the best day to play when you want to knock off a giant.
Well, it is kind of a logistical nightmare. That was the big subject of conversation for about an hour on the drive up yesterday. I came up with Ben Greenberg and Paul Plinsky, and that's all they were talking about is next week's Senior Day festivities and coordinating it all. Of course, that falls on, the heavy is the crown that Paul Plinsky has to wear to try to coordinate on. He has to be the bad guy to kind of slow people. Hey, we can't do all that, people. We only have 10 minutes.
Well, if they needed a lesson on how to do it,
yeah,
they should have just done it just the way the Hard Rockers did. They had the seniors run through the line with all their teammates. They met their parents at midfield. They took a picture, and it was it.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't take, and they could say all they want as they walk through, but it literally took 5 minutes to do all their seniors. I was just thinking, this is a master class on how to do Senior Day. That's the way to do it right there.
Well, this just in. That's not the way the Thunderwolves have the plan on doing it next week, and they're kind of worried about it, and they're trying to coordinate the video board and all that. I go, hey, I go, Paul, just do it simple, man.
Yeah.
But of course, he goes, well, that's the way I'd like to do it. I go, well, good luck with that. I know it's already giving them sleepless nights trying to coordinate all that.
Well, it's hard on it's hard on the coaches.
Yeah.
You know, these coaches, if you learned anything from listening to Jim and I through the years, we know coaches and they're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And once you get them out of the routine, especially game day routine, they're not happy. They're not happy anyway.
Well, it's kind of been a weird trip for them because they're staying at a different hotel. They jump in buses to come over to where we were staying, where the meeting room, the hotel they're at doesn't have adequate meeting room space. So they were busing over to the hotel where we're at, having their meetings, then busing back out. So it was kind of
well.
wow.
And I asked, and I said, "Why don't you just stay here?" And the difference in price per room was
huge.
Yes, it was, and we found reasonable pricing.
Yeah.
In Rapid City's got plentiful hotel rooms, and it was great here. And it was kind of funny. They're doing the walkthrough in the parking lot in their suits. I go, okay, this is you're getting down into the weeds with these guys.
And we'll see what that walkthrough entails. But we anticipate this game might be a lot like the Chadron State game, in my opinion, Joe, because you've got a team like South Dakota Mines. They have a little confidence. They're playing decent enough, but the Thunderbolts just need to come in and, kind of like we always say, hit somebody in the mouth, you slow them down.
Who's the not late great, he's just great, Mike Tyson. Everybody's got a plan until you hit him in the mouth, but what you have to do, like Csu-Pueblo did with Chadron, is this Hard Rockers team has some talent.
Yeah.
And Charlie Floor is a good coach. He came from a winning program, Northwest Missouri State, which is the epitome of Division II football. So he knows how to build that winning culture. And you've talked to some coaches, and I've talked to some people, and they all seem to think this is the year that they get Csu-Pueblo. This is their Hard Rock. They've been pointing to this class and this game that this might be their year to get Csu-Pueblo. And if Csu-Pueblo does not play well, that could very well happen. But if Csu-Pueblo plays like it has the past 5 weeks, then everything should be fine.
All right, we'll come back after this timeout. Joe will give you the keys to victory for today's ball game. That all comes your way next. It's all part of the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Dunham Field. It's not Jeff Dunham Field, Joe. I was going to tell you that, like the old ventriloquist, but it is Dunham Field here at O'Hara Stadium here, right on the campus of South Dakota Mines. Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's a great day. Great. We've been here before, and for those first-time listeners or haven't heard us from here before, this is a unique setup because they allow cars to wrap around half of the field like a drive-in movie theater. So people bring their cars, they back up their trucks, and they tailgate and watch the games as the audience. So think of one half of its entire stadium as a 3-tier drive-in movie theater, and the screen is the field.
All right, Joe. Keys to the game. First for the Thunderwolves.
This is a game where they have to take care of the football. This is one of those games where turnovers could give this home team momentum. And Csu-Pueblo's they've been on the plus side of the turnover margin pretty much during their win streak, and they have to continue that today.
South Dakota Mines, what do they have to do to pull off the upset?
I think they have to score every opportunity they have, because if it gets into a shootout, it could get ugly.
All right, come back. We'll have the weather conditions. That all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And that was something unique, Joe, our national anthem in the native tongue.
Performed in Lakota. That's the first time I'd ever heard that. Well done, Hard Rockers.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Kind of awe-inspiring there.
Well done.
Weather conditions for today's game, 59 degrees here at kickoff. We expect a high by the end of the game around 62. No chance of rain. We already had that this morning. The wind is out of the southeast at 4 miles per hour. It is perfect. Come back. We'll have the kickoff. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
I like this.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back. Dunham Field here at O'Hara Stadium in Rapid City, South Dakota. Thunderwolves have just taken the field. Joe, we like this look.
Absolutely. That's the red pants, white tops, white lids. Clean. They look big. They look hungry. They look fast in this uniform. And South Dakota Mines will be in all blue with the white helmets.
Well, the cannon sounding. That lets you know the Hard Rockers have made their way out on the field.
That's a sound you don't want to hear today if you're a Csu-Pueblo fan. If you hear a lot of cannon fodder, It's not a good day for your team.
Cannon fodder, train whistles, cars honking, then you know it's not a good result. You hear some people below, they're still pulling in here. Like I said, it's like the drive-in theater down below. It's a cool atmosphere. I kind of love it.
But we also heard thunderstruck.
Yes, we heard that before, and every time we've heard that, it never works for the home team.
I get it's a hype song, but it's also the Csu-Pueblo theme song, so it just makes everyone feel right at home when they play it. And Jim and I, we talked about it during the national championship in 2014. We heard that song every game, and we're like, do they not understand this is their theme song?
Well, Joe, while we've got a moment here, and the captain's going to come out to the field here, we'll have the coin toss in a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that, but probably the number one thing we get asked every week, got asked it a lot this week, playoff scenario. Folks, it just isn't going to happen this year. The way this looks, it's going to take a modern-day miracle for the Thunderwolves to make it. They're going to have to win both games, and then they've got to have a world of help from a lot of teams above them that just aren't going to lose when you look at the schedule.
They're just running out of time. And if you look, I mean, Csu-Pueblo's losses are exceptional. And they lost to number 1 team in the country, number 4 team in the country, and to Western State, which is still ranked. And Western State's number 2 in the regional ranking. So their losses are fantastic. The problem is Csu-Pueblo's wins have come against sub-500 teams. So right now their strength of schedule is just not that. Now, a win today against a good Mines team and a win next week against a good Black Hills team will boost them. But we envision a scenario where they finish 8th and 7 teams go.
Yeah, you can look at the number 7 team in the region is Bemidji State. They're 7-1. Minnesota State is 8-1. Augustana is 8-1. That's 3 quality teams. Central Washington sitting there at 7-0. They're 4. So there's just not enough teams that could lose. Maybe if Permian Basin somehow drops 2 games down the stretch here, somehow they get upset. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. But it's a tough nut to crack. So the Thunderwolves are basically, you know what? We can't control that. We got to control what we do. And that starts with this game here today against South Dakota Mines. I don't want to say it's a trap game because it's a game on your schedule. You know it's there, but South Dakota Mines is capable. They have the weapons to give you headaches.
Well, and this is a game that they've been pointing to. Yeah. You know, they need a signature win for Charlie Floor, who's a long-standing coach here. He's done a good job in his time here. He's trying to rebuild the culture, and this would be his signature win in his time here. So, and don't think these guys don't know it.
And they've got a quarterback, this Johansson character. He is good. He can throw it. He can run it. He causes you all kinds of headaches. And, going into the ballgame, the Chadron State quarterback, we thought it might be that type of guy. But the Thunderwolves really did a good job of neutralizing him. I guess that's the thing to watch for today. Thunderwolves probably have to have kind of the same kind of game plan against this guy today.
They want to make him one-dimensional. They want to see if he can beat them with his arm, because he'll take off. So these defensive ends, they all have to contain. They know that. They have to stay in their lanes. We had Coney Ramming on the show. He said, I get yelled at a lot for getting upfield too quickly or too much. So we got the coin toss, and Daniel Kowski's out there, and he's won the coin toss like 4 weeks in a row. So we'll see if he can make it another one.
Oh, the streak is over.
Zach Rakowski.
Suddenly, we built him up.
Yes,
we had all that.
We were so excited for you, and now and that's one of those coin tosses where you can actually control. But they're going to be on offense first, and that'll be Chance Fuller and this high-powered, high-flinging, let-it-fly offense. We got to come up with a name for it. Bradley Brown, I'm sure, has got a name for it. I think he calls it just go deep.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like our old friend Carlos Mays from East High School. He get in the huddle and they'd run a play and he's like, I don't know what that means. Just go out.
Yeah, just go out, go deep, and I'll throw as far as I can, and if I can't, then I'll run it.
Yep, just get open.
Well, one thing we know, though, Chance Fuller won't run it, but he's got 2 guys that can run it, in Martinez and Russell. I expect one, if not both of them, have huge days today.
Well, if they're having great days, that means this offense is just motoring, because they all set up Chance's passing attack, and boy, you'd love to see that if you're a Thunderwolves fan.
Yeah, I just get the feeling they're going to need to have a good day. I just get the feeling the South Dakota Mines Ball Club, they're going to score a little bit today.
Well,
particular early. But you say that a lot, and then teams don't. But we'll see.
Well, we've kind of kidded Phil Vigil about being Lou Holtz on the coach's show. I mean, if you're listening to Phil Vigil, Csu-Pueblo's played Notre Dame, they played Michigan, they played Clemson, they played Ohio State instead of Shetron and Adams and Fort Lewis. So, this is no exception. His message to us on Wednesday this week instead of Thursday was, hey, these guys are great. We got to come out and play.
Now we'll see who the Thunderwolves are going to send back. They're going to send back the reigning special teams player of the week. And Musa Alsafar had the kickoff return a week ago. He's joined back there with Russell. So you got two very capable return guys. And what wind we have, kind of an interesting choice they took. They decided to kick into what breeze we have here in the first quarter.
It's ironic. We say we're going up to the Black Hills, but we're actually going down in elevation. We're only about 3,000 feet here in Rapid City, so the ball will not travel as far with these kickers.
And doing the kicking is Connor Taylor. He is into it. Thunderwolves be moving right to left as we look at it. Chance for the return here. It's going to be also. He takes a fair catch.
Yeah, I think that was predetermined because he had 20 yards of green in front of him. I think he's looking at that going, what happened?
Yeah, he took the fair catch at the 9-yard line. That kind of surprised me. So Thunderwolves will start the game off from the 25. You hear the air raid siren here. Big military influence here today down in the end zone. They got the cannon down there. You want to have guys in fatigue shooting a cannon, Joe. You just don't want to have civilians down there.
Yeah, it's not Key Club.
Thunderwolves will start ball just toward the right hash mark. They're going to go double wide out left. They have a man in the slot to the left as well. Kind of an unbalanced formation that way. It is a double tight end set. Rakowski goes in motion, play action pass. Fuller holds it. Now goes down the middle, and he's got Retzlaff in the clear. He breaks the tackle, and he's taken down at the 45, down to the 44-yard line of South Dakota Mines. Fuller with all kinds of time there.
All day long. He had so much time that two defensive backs from Mines ran into each other and knocked themselves apart and freed Reggie Retzlaff 20 yards down the field.
He was kind of being held initially there, too. He broke free of the defense, and the ball landed right in his lap, and then a saving tackle by the safety. Retzlaff in motion toward the formation. They fake the jet sweep action. Now they throw the screen to Retzlaff. He's got it inside the 40. Down and fumble the football. It's picked up, though, by the Thunderwolves. Cook has it. Down the sideline. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
Well, that's a bad play, good play, great play.
Retzlaff had the ball knocked loose after he caught it, but Cook was right there to scoop it up, take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Just like that, Thunderwolves on the board.
When it's going to be go your way, it's going to go your way. The South Dakota Mines fans are all like, wait, what just happened?
Retzlaff was just kind of a little off balance, and it was a great play by the defensive back. Came and just punched it out of him, but there was Cook to pick it up and scoop and score.
You think scoop and score, you don't think it's a receiver.
So Willigan to try the extra point. High snap, and it's handled. Kick is up, and it is good. Too early to go to a break here. 14-16 to go in the first quarter. So Thunderwolves, 2 plays, Joe, and they're into the end zone, and they... the talk before the game, hey, they were going to go vertical in this game, and they haven't disappointed us yet.
And let's give it up to the officials there for not blowing the whistle.
Yeah.
I mean, because it looked kind of wonky from at naked eye. He's going down, the ball pops out. Was it a catch? Did he make a move? Yes. I mean, it's one of those things where they could have easily blown a whistle too early, and that was very fortuitous for. And if you're going to have a scoop and score, maybe take the fastest guy on the team, because no one was anywhere near him for 40 yards.
Well, perhaps a little foreshadowing. When I was talking to Braley down there on the bleacher, he was just up in the bleachers. I was on the track. We were having a little conversation. Cookie came out of the tunnel over there, and Braley said, hey, Brooksy says 3 touchdowns today. Well, Cook said, I'd like that. I'd like to hear my highlights. Well, you got one in the book right now.
I talked to Josh Atkinson last night during the walkthrough and over at the hotel, and he said Cookie's been that guy that's drawn the extra attention all season long, and the other receivers have benefited from that.
Here's the Lions' kick.
Great kick.
And it's going to go into the end zone, so that means it comes out to the 25 automatically. Could have been caught there, maybe returned, but deciding better of it was Ty Harris. He just let it hit into the end zone. And now the Thunderbolt special teamers come along the offense line here where all the drive-in theater types are. giving them the business.
Musa also far, he's just got nothing but energy, does he?
He is.
They love him. He's out of Cherry Creek. They love the fact that he plays as hard as he does, and he runs track. I mean, he's not out of Cherry Creek. I'm sorry, he's out of Grandview. The pipeline.
2 wideouts right, single wideout left. Yaden Johansson is the quarterback. They send a man in motion, resets on the left side. They look left. Here comes pressure. They force an errant throw into the bench. So quick early pressure by the Thunderwolves, and getting through there, it was Feeney.
Yeah, Feeney came from the right and Turrington came from the left. And that's a lot of beef coming right at you.
Well, we had on the coaches show, of course, this week, Cody Ramming. We asked him about Feeney, and he goes, he's a different dude. I got a kind of a taste of the Feeney pregame warm-up. He was down there doing some interesting stretches.
Yeah, and he does like some push-ups, and he growls a little bit.
2nd and 10 for the Hard Rockers. They go trips to the right this time. Now they send a man in motion left. That's the running back Fry, so it's an empty backfield now for Johansson. And had a quarterback draw look. Now they come over the middle, strike over the middle, and it's caught by Ben Nolan. That's the leading receiver in the conference, and he's got it out across. Well, they're going to mark it right at the 40-yard line to pick up a 15.
It was a little trail route. Everybody kind of went in on that play, and Nolan was the middle of the layers. Nice strike by Johansson.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Got to get the Swedish vernacular here.
2 backs in the backfield this time. Double wide out right, single wide out left. Now they bring a man in motion to the right side. Resets. And they're going to fake the handoff. Here comes pressure up the middle. They flush Johansson to the right. Now he just dumps it into the Thunderwolves bench. Cody ramming in on the pressure there for the Thunderwolves.
You want to have success against Johansson. Did they make him uncomfortable back there? Do not let him stand there and pick you apart.
So 2 out of the 3 plays they have done it. The one time they did give him time, he did throw the strike. So that'll be the key here. Do notice Johansson does have his right calf with a wrap on it. Doesn't seem to bother him so far at this point, but that means he's had a calf issue at some point during this season or his career.
Or it could be a fashion statement.
2nd and 10. Bring a man in motion. They're going to run the option play to the right. Pitch it. It's
out.
It's loose on the deck. The Thunderwolves have it. Seidenberger on the recovery at the 36-yard line. The Thunderwolves blew up that option play. It was never handled.
Daniel Bone just introduced himself to Jaden Johansson in the best possible way.
And that forced the errant pitch. They tried to get the ball to Colton Grover, and Grover never got it secure, and the ball was on the deck, so the Thunderwolves an early turnover.
If that would have been a block, it would have been illegal. That would have been a blindside block. That's how hard he hit him.
So the Thunderwolves take over at the 36-yard line of the Hard Rockers here. Trips to the right. They're in a bunch formation. They're right on the just outside the hash mark. Martinez, the lone back. He's on the left hip of Fuller. Fuller looks it over, takes a snap, throws it right. Caught by Rakowski. He's got a block across the 35 to the sideline, taken down at the 30. So he gains 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Pretty good play there by the defensive back, getting around one of the blocks to make the stop.
Going to the hurry up.
Thunderwolves right back to the line of scrimmage. They're not messing around. Again, they look right side. Caught this time by Cook. He gets up the sideline for the first down. Flag comes down. We're going to get probably a hold here on Retzlaff, I think, for the Thunderwolves.
Which is ironic because he just
pancaked the guy over there, but they're going to call it a hold, I'm pretty sure. It's right in front.
No, I think
they're looking the other way. Maybe a face mask. Maybe it was because he pulled Retzlaff down by the face mask, Joe.
Yeah, it could be because from our angle, this far across the field.
Here comes the call. First.
There you go.
So he was engaged with Retzlaff on the block, and then he just kind of more or less pulled him to the turf. That's why I thought maybe they're going to call the hold on Retzlaff. But good play for the Thunderwolves. They're down to the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Lucky to in the ball game. He's in there with Dvorak, so double tight end. They're both on the right side, unbalanced that direction. Martinez the back, and they give it to Keon around the right side. Tries to turn the corner, breaks a tackle, turns the corner, inside, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. What a run by Martinez.
He had a sliver of daylight and turned it into 6 points.
Well, they sealed that edge, and then Keon, he just made a beeline for the end zone, right along, parallel to the line of scrimmage, Joe, but when he turned the corner, it was straight on into the end zone.
Well, they got a kick-out block from the tight end, and Seven Chapel pinched in, and there was a sliver of daylight for Keon Martinez.
So great start for the Pack. They're up 2 touchdowns already. Extra point upcoming here for Willick. Missed one finally last week, but he started a new streak. High snap again, but they get the ball down. This time it's blocked, but it still goes through there. The ball was deflected, but it still goes through the uprights. The extra point is good. We're going to take a timeout. 12:46 to go. First quarter. Thunderwolves 14. South Dakota Mines nothing on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Kickoff sails in and out the back of the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, Joe, can you start a game too fast?
No. And the chili below us isn't even warm yet. The tailgaters are still unpacking their tables, and they look up the scoreboard and say, oh, this is our year. Wait, it's 14-0.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this develops here, but it's not been a great start at all for the Hard
Csu-Pueblo's recovered 2 fumbles already.
Yeah, one for their own. And
one of their own for a touchdown, and one from the Hard Rockers.
Oh, Johansson has a running back on his left hip. He trips to the right. They're going to try to run the ball around the right side. Thunder will say, oh, it's a pass. But the ball batted down and rejected by Seidenberger. They tried the halfback pass, and Seidenberger, he could have been on the volleyball team there, just spiked it to the turf with utter disdain.
You know, I love how he had his hands up and he swiped at it, but he could have caught it. That would have been a heck of a catch. He is a linebacker.
2nd and 10 at the 25, so they're already going into their bag of tricks here early on in the game, are the Hard Rockers. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. Now they show a little jet sweep action. They're going to roll the pocket right. They throw it up the right sideline, and he's out of bounds.
Yeah, there was no way.
Pass.
That was for Ben Nolan, but I could see it from his right in front of us, and his foot was on the white when he caught the ball, and he's incomplete.
2nd down and 10. Just ran out of real estate over here.
I think Johansson looks uncomfortable already.
Yeah.
And there is no running game.
Hard Rockers from their own 25.
Yeah, you'd think at some point they just need to run one just to kind of slow down the Thunderwolves here a little bit. Look at everybody up on the line of scrimmage here for the Thunderwolves. There's no deep safety in this formation.
That means it's zero coverage, so these cornerbacks are on an island.
Here they come with the blitz, and they've got him! Back inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Bone and company. Well, Bone was the safety coming up on the line of scrimmage, and he just flew in there, and they nail him for a loss all the way back to the 18-yard line, 4th down, Hard Rockers.
I'm not sure if we've seen a jailbreak like that this season where they sent 9.
Yeah,
they sent 9.
That was nuts.
But the thing about when you send 9 is you better get to him.
Yeah. Well, Johansson knew it immediately. He turtled up and said, you know what? I have nothing to do here. Punt is away. Cook going to handle it at the 44. Makes the first man miss. Second man has him, though, at about the 46-yard line. Good field position, though, for the Thunderwolves. Cook had to run up underneath that one. That was the good thing to do there. And the Thunderwolves, again, great field position.
47-yard line.
Ball was bobbled on the snap, and I thought they might get to it. Knuckleball punt, and Cookie still decided to take it. If he fair catches, it's 3 yards difference.
Yeah, everything about the Hard Rockers now says uncomfortable. Even the special teams there, they struggled to get that punt away. And who wouldn't be uncomfortable? And the other team's already got you down 14-0, and they're the big bad Thunderwolves you're looking at.
Played 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line for the Pack. Russell into the ball game. He lines up on the right hip. They bring Cook in motion. Now he reverses back to the left side. They give the ball to Russell. Little stutter step. Now comes forward and is hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down for no gain. He's gang tackled there. That's the first positive play of the game for South Dakota Mines.
Good job by the right defensive end for South Dakota Mines, just staying home and plugging the gap. That little eye candy of Cookie didn't really move anybody.
They gave him forward progress of a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 48-yard line for the Pack. Russell this time on the left hip of Fuller. Double wide out to each side. They're in a stack on each side. Now they change the play call. They look over, take the snap, fake it to Russell, step up in the pocket, going up the right sideline, and it is caught. John dropped out of it. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Retzloff was out of bounds. He had it for a moment, but he was on the chalk.
on the coverage for the Hard Rockers.
Hard to make the spectacular catch when the ball's out of bounds.
Concession stand is now
Good coverage, though, on the play. He was stride for stride with Retzloff. 3rd down and 9 from the 48-yard line. We'll see if the Hard Rockers can dial up some pressure here. Horns start honking. And now the Thunderwolves will change the play call. It's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? Takes the snap. Here comes pressure. Pass over the middle, and it's broken up. Flag down. Interference.
Yeah, that's a good call.
They were all over Gravano trying to get him the ball, but the safety was right on him. What they're going to call defensive holding. Either way you look at it, it's going to be a first down for the Thunderwolves.
Well, he had both of his arms kind of pinned.
Man, we thought the noise was an issue at Grand Valley State, but that was coming over the PA. Here it's from the horns honking and everything. And it gets raucous here.
You can't really tell them, but you want to know how fast start this is for Csu-Pueblo? They just made an announcement that concession stands are now open. You're down 14 and you're 3 in, and now you can go get a pop.
In this case, you might want something stronger if you're a South Dakota Mines fans. Well, they do sell Hard Rocker cider or something, I heard. Or ale, wasn't it? Hard Rocker ale.
That's for what ails you.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. Fuller now flushed out of the pocket. He gets away. Goes up the right sideline. Passes too far out to the outside for Rakowski. Fuller was under duress that time.
And he's a self-proclaimed non-runner. So to get away from Caleb Franklin, he's 6'3", 285. He did all he could right there.
And that's a case in point there where maybe he should have just tucked it up and run him, got 5 yards. But that's not his MO. That's not what he does. He was looking for the big play up the sideline to Rakowski. 2nd and 10 from the 42. Russell on his right hip. Double wide out to each side. The ball's on the left hash. Hard Rockers show blitz in the middle of the field. They do just send one extra. It's Rakowski over the middle. He's caught it. Short gain inside the 40 down to the 38. It's a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
There's a little sign he gave to Rakowski. You see that? He just kind of run that quick in, and I'll just hit you like a long handoff.
So now it makes it manageable here for the Thunderwolves on 3rd and 6. Could be 4 down territory here. It depends, of course, how much they gain on this play. Here come the horns honking, making a racket.
Retzloff in single coverage, near side of the field.
Straight drop back by Fuller. Goes up the right sideline, going for it all, and Rakowski is incomplete. Thought he was bumped there, but he was trying to make the adjustment on the pass and just had one hand on it.
I think he slowed up a step. And he
should have ran through that one.
Yeah, the ball was exactly where it needed to be. I think Rakowski just slowed up just a hair.
It's almost like he was slowing up, thinking he was going to have to gather himself to go up, and instead of just running through it.
Unless it was a back shoulder throw, but I don't think it was on that route.
Thunderwolves will punt it from this distance. The reason I thought it might be 4 down territory, said they ran it and gained maybe half of it. 4th and 3 you might have went for, but 4th and 6 from the 38, you're going to punt the football away here and play field position.
Well, and you don't want to give him any momentum. 4th down stop kind of builds momentum.
Sully Moon, the punter for the Thunderwolves, takes the snap, no pressure, gets the kick away, angles it toward the right sideline, but he hit it too hard into the end zone.
Yeah, that doesn't do you any good, though. They don't ever go for the coffin corner anymore.
I think he was trying to. I think he just pulled it into the center of the field a little bit. Hit just outside the hashes. He just didn't. You got to err toward the sideline. I get you, Joe.
You just drop it and just aim. We used to do that as kids.
Right.
It's the corner of the sidewalk in the driveway.
Kick it off the side of your foot.
Trying to be Ray Guy.
So that means the ball will come out to the 20-yard line for the Hard Rockers. So they survive for the moment here. It's 14-0. They trail it. Thunderwolves with a scoop and score on offense early in the game for Cook on the touchdown. Then they took advantage of a turnover. Martinez on the touchdown run. So 1st and 10 Hard Rockers. They got a double wide out to the left. Single wide out right. They have a tight end in this set on the right side of the formation. They bring a man in motion toward the set. Kind of a tight forward. Now another man in motion. They're going to hand the ball up the middle, and the Thunderwolves stop it, but after a gain of about 5 there. Good push up front by the Hard Rockers.
Yeah, nice run play. It's something we haven't seen so far, and they get 5.
Jalen Fry, the ball carrier. He averages 5.5 yards a carry.
2nd and 5 Hard Rockers from their own.
He's out of Minnesota. 2nd and 5 for the Hard Rockers from their own 25-yard line. Bring a man in motion. That's Nolan, their leading receiver. He resets on the right side. Play action. They look right. Fire it right. And the ball's intercepted by Bone. He's got it at the 40, breaks a tackle. He dumped right into coverage right in front of Nolan. He read that beautifully, Joe. Not only can he tackle, but he played great pass defense there.
It almost like he baited him. You saw the same thing I did. That ball was underthrown just a hair, but Daniel Bone just turned around and took it right out of the air.
So Thunderwolves get another turnover on the Hard Rockers, and they have it at the 37-yard line of South Dakota Mines. They're in business again. Great read by Daniel Bone.
1st and 10, CSU.
Trips to the right this time for the Pack.
On the 37-yard
Martinez back into play running back in this set. They do have Dvorak out there to play tight end. He lines up on the left side. The ball is on the left hash mark. Fuller takes the snap, gives it to Martinez, cuts it back inside, and he's hit hard. Man, as he smashed down. What a shot there by Will Lester, the linebacker. 33 tackles on the year, and I don't think he's gotten a better shot on anybody this year than he did right there.
No, he's from Arvada, Colorado, coming up here to go to South Dakota Mines. Gets a free one on Keon. Not many people get a free shot on Keon Martinez like that.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Ball's at the 35-yard line of the Hard Rockers. Thunderbolts lead it 14-0. Fuller takes the snap, play action, sets in the pocket. Here comes pressure, steps up, goes down the middle of the field, tried to get it to Rakowski, couldn't get clear.
And that's one of those where you wish Chance Fuller was a runner because everybody cleared out. He probably could have run for a touchdown from 30 yards out.
Yeah, because everybody had their back turned, but he elected to try to get it to Rakowski, just overshot him a little bit. So 3rd and 8 now from the 35-yard line. Hard Rockers are getting a little bit of pressure here on Fuller, but he's been able to step around it a couple times. Fans making a racket here. They bring Rakowski in motion, resets on the right side of the formation. Fuller takes the snap, sets, goes over the middle, caught, short of the first down. Fuller took a heck of a shot. He is down on the turf. Ball comes out.
They're saying he was
down. And the Hard Rockers.
No, they're saying the line judge was saying he was down. The line judge on the near side said he was down.
Okay. There's a lot of celebrating going on there, but that's not the case. Fuller, the concern for him, he does get back up. He got up reaching for his back a little bit. Okay, so 4th and 5. There you get the explanation from the referee. Forward progress stop. Now the Thunderbolts are going to send the field goal team, I think. Yep. Let's see.
Well, he was good from 52 going this way in warm-ups. So this is going to be 49.
Yep, ball going to be placed at the 9-yard line, so at the 10 of the end zone. This would be a career long for Willig. His longest this year has been 43 yards. Ball's down. Kick is on the way. It is.
Oh, my.
No good. He pushed it.
Had the distance.
Pushed it wide right, so that means the ball will come out to the line of scrimmage, and the Hard Rockers will take over at the 32-yard line. So South Dakota Mines has survived a little bit here early on in the game. We've got a timeout on the field. 8:36 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 14-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Still 8:36 to go here, Joe, in this first quarter. Thunderwolves, I say only, lead the game 14-0. They've let a couple of opportunities get away from them here.
Well, they played this entire 8 minutes in Hard Rocker territory. They missed the field goal. They had to punt. South Dakota Mines getting some pressure now on Chance Fuller. That jailbreak offense is not as effective as it was the first couple series.
Well, Willie, he got plenty on that kick. It had plenty of distance. He just pushed it a little out to right. It looked like he was trying to play a little hook, and he just didn't quite get it to get on in there.
I just was looking to see if he was going to get it up in time because of the extra point. You know, when you try and hit it a little bit farther, sometimes it's a little bit lower. And that time he had plenty of distance, and it looked good. It just outside right of the upright.
Okay, so remember in the college game, it goes back to the line of scrimmage. In the pro game, it's where the kick was. So in the NFL, they would take over the 39, but in college, you take over the line of scrimmage, which was the 32. So that's where South Dakota Mines starts this possession. Trips to the left. They bring a man in motion across the formation. That's the big tight end. He resets on the right side. High snap at his handle. They try to run it around the right side, and Bone is there to make the stop. He is a menace. No gain on the play.
We go back to the very first conversation we had with Phil Vigil before we had a radio show, before we did anything. I said, anything surprise you? He goes, Daniel Bone's a really good football player. He knew he inherited a good. He goes, I had no idea he was that good.
Yeah, he should be an All-American, really.
Yeah, he said,
from
I
what
had
we've seen
no
this year.
idea he was that good.
There's no better safety in the conference, that's for sure, at the free safety position. 2nd down and 10. Straight drop back. Here comes quick pressure. They set up the screen. They've got it complete, but the Thunderbolts have it diagnosed. But a good move there early on to get forward for a few yards anyway for the backup running back, Ty Harris. He gets forward for 6. Brings up 3rd down and 4. He did well to get 6.
Yeah, now Keith McCaney, the cornerback, read the screen and came up. Did a good job of forcing him into the help, but could have made the tackle a couple yards sooner.
So it's 3rd down and 4 now for South Dakota Mines. They do have 1 first down in the game. Remember, they hit that little 15-yard slant.
Again, look at the coverage.
Trips to the left. Bring a man in motion. Press coverage all across here. No deep safety in this formation for the Thunderbolts. Now they back off McCaney. Flag is down. Could be having a illegal formation. Either that or the Thunderbolts lined up offside. Pass is complete. Spinning up the sideline out toward midfield. Now we'll see what the penalty is here. It's either illegal formation or the Thunderbolts lined up offside. Thunderbolts were offside in the neutral zone. So they'll decline that.
This tight end was 6'3", 220.
His name's Henry Dryden. That was his 30th catch of the year. He's caught 5 touchdowns this year. He has a 49-yarder as well, so he can get up a little bit.
Big target.
So it's 1st and 10 Hard Rockers at midfield. 7:10 to go here, first quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 14-0. More conventional defensive set here by the Thunderwolves on 1st and 10. Johansson going to keep it himself, running around the right side. Has a good carry, and he's got the first down. Well, he's close. Let's see where they put his knee down. They're going to say his knee's down at the 41. So a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Brought down by McCaney.
Just faked it into the line and took it right up the middle. Hurry up offense here by the Hard Rockers. Straight drop back by Johansson. Comes pressure off the edge. He steps away from it. Gets forward. He's got the first down up the sideline, and he's run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Good play by Johansson.
Yeah, that hurry up caught Csu-Pueblo off guard, and they weren't really set the entire play.
Johansson, he's a junior. He's out of Sioux Falls, right? Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So 1st and 10 Hard Rockers at the 35-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Their best offensive possession of the game so far.
You know, he is a transfer from North Dakota State, so he knows it has that taste of the big time, or bigger time, I should say.
Trips to the left, single wide out right. Empty backfield this time. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. That's the running back, Fry. Now he resets in the backfield. Now they're going to pitch it to him around the right side. That was a dangerous pitch. They get it to him forward. He's across the 30 to about the 29. That ball was nearly batted out of midair there, Joe, on that kind of a side pitch.
Yeah, Monty Hamrick, our guy at the right defensive end, had a chance to take it right out of midair.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 from the 29-yard line. Hard Rockers on the move here, trailing at 14-0.
You know, they get a score here, Jim. This is all of a sudden a ball game when it shouldn't even be close to one.
Little delay here as they look for the play call coming in from the sideline. They've got, much like almost every team now, they got a backup quarterback in an orange hat, backup quarterback in a green cap, and they got a coach in the middle. They're all making signals. 2nd and 4 from the 29. They're going to hand the ball off the right side. Good opening this time inside the 25, inside the 20, and taken down there. Saving tackle by McClellan, but not before Harris, the backup running back, has the first down to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Hard Rockers offensive line getting good push now up front.
1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers.
Well, they all left before the ball was snapped.
That was weird. That looked like false start all the way there, but nothing was signaled. It's a gain down to the 14, gain of 5. That looks squirrely.
The whole left side of the line went before the ball was snapped. No call.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 from the 14-yard line for the Hard Rockers. 14-0. Thunderwolves on top. We're down to 4:37 to go here in the first quarter.
You know, the hurry-up has negated some of Csu-Pueblo's subbing, especially along that defensive front.
Bring a man in motion now, resetting on the right side. That's Fry. Here comes the blitz. And they avoid the blitz, get forward for a couple.
Jalen Fry, the ball
Good
carrier.
move by Fry there, avoiding the blitzing linebacker from the Thunderwolves flying through there.
Gain of 2, Nushi on the
I
stop.
think it was Seidenberger coming through.
Just kind of sidestepped him because he was going to run into him. Could have been a head-on collision.
So now it's 3rd down, about 3 to go here for the Hard Rockers. The ball is just outside the 12-yard line. They need the 9 for the first down. Johansson barking out signals along the line of scrimmage. He looks very confident out there. He's the real deal. Trips to the left, single wide out right. Fry, the lone running back. He goes in motion to the left side. They look that way. Now quarterback draws run. First down and a little bit more here down to about the 7-yard line by Johansson.
Totally by design. Empty that backfield. There's a guy right in front of us down there with a multi-tier 4.
Yeah, look at that air horn.
This is an air horn. This is the kind of air horn that either you built yourself or I've never seen one like that.
Air horn on steroids. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line for the Hard Rockers. Tight formation this time. Double tight end 7. Now they split out of there. They get 3 guys to the left, so they spread the formation now. Johansson now looks left. Comes back over the middle. Pump fake. Now he's under pressure. Rolls to his right. Fires into the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Boy, the more Thunderwolves there than Hard Rockers, but Johansson able to get the ball out of the back of the end zone.
He was running for his life from Cody Ramming, who came all the way across the field in pursuit. Good coverage in the end zone by the secondary.
Feeney comes out of the game to get a breath. He is gasping for air down there on the sideline, but the Thunderwolves have a lot of depth across that defensive front. Try to get some fresh troops in here. 2nd down and goal from the 7. Now the Thunderwolves do come with more substitutions because South Dakota Mines substituted. Thunderwolves have a chance to match here now.
Yeah, Michael Lutu come in play on the defensive line.
Play clock down to 6. Bring a man in motion across. They fake the jet sweep. They give it up the middle, and the Thunderwolves have a diagnosed big hit in the middle there. Fry goes for maybe a yard. They're trying to rip the ball out. They can't get it free. Seidenberger, the initial stop on Fry. No gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7.
This is where Johansson tends to call his own number. You know, they spread out the field, and that middle's wide open.
From the 7-yard line.
Hard Rockers make a couple substitutions, so the Thunderwolves match. That's why we have a little bit of a delay here.
It's funny that Scipio and Ramming didn't go in on this play.
3rd and goal from the 7. Now they split the formation out to the left. They adjust the running back Fry to the right hip of Johansson. Takes the snap. He looks left. Now comes over the middle and a one-handed stab for the touchdown by Ben Noland. Are you kidding me? What a catch for the touchdown.
Holy cow, what a grab. Out of midair. One hand.
I thought that was for sure sailing out the back of the end zone. He just stuck up the right paw and somehow snared it.
Now you gave him life. Csu-Pueblo's defense, that was a great drive by the Hard Rockers.
Extra point try now for Connor Taylor.
Johansson, the holder.
Good snap. Oh, he kind of bobbled it, but he got it down, and the kick is up, and it is good. 2:06 to go here in the first quarter. We've already used our 2 media timeouts for the quarter, so we'll keep it here. But, Joe, we kind of foreshadowed it. Thunderwolves didn't take advantage of a couple of opportunities in this quarter. Now the Hard Rockers, they get a little life, and they've made it a ball game.
They came up with 4 empty possessions from the midfield point into Hard Rocker territory. And what a game should have been 28-0 was only 14-0, and now it's a 1-score game.
So we'll see if the Thunderwolves can answer here on offense, and probably going to have their worst field position since the opening drive when they started from their own 25. They've been operating in Hard Rocker territory for the most part in this entire ball game.
What we saw there on that last drive was we knew Johansson was good.
Yeah.
You know, we knew he was a talented quarterback who was able to hurt you with his legs. He had a couple of runs, made a couple of great throws. And, of course, Ben Nolan, who leads the Armac in touchdown catches, adds to his total.
Man, that was just an astonishing grab. He's out of Jefferson, Georgia, is Ben Nolan. He's over 1,000 yards now receiving on the season. Here's the kick. Alsford takes it at 2. He's going to run it this time. Across the 10, 15, 20, right up the middle of the field. Breaks one tackle. Scoots out across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. Good return there by Musa Al-Safar, the reigning Armac Special teams player of the week.
Straight up the field. It was a center return. Gets it out to the 35.
Yeah, they're kind of nice of them. They fudge it forward for statistical purposes. They like to start on even yard lines, and they move it out to the 35 instead of the 34 and a half. So Pack will take over there, leading it 14-7. Minute 59 to go here in the first quarter.
I think Csu-Pueblo needs to get back to the running game a little bit to free up that passing game. Let these running backs, be a little bit more patient with the run.
Russell is the back this time. He takes the handoff. He tries to bounce it outside. He turns the corner, 40, 42-yard line. And he's run out of bounds into the yard marker over there. Gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
I think the yard marker is going to be worse for wear.
I think so. Russell didn't bother him at all. He's right back out there.
He is just cut. But I think they do need to run that ball, Jim. When you don't have to play against the run, it's a lot easier to defend.
2nd and 3 for the Pack. And again, they give it to Russell. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Able to push forward, though, close to the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short. See where they unstack it all. Doesn't get a very good spot over from the right line judge. They're going to mark it back at the 44-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and a yard. So Thunderbolts go from the gun all the time. They go hurry up. They give it to Russell. They get great penetration. They stuff him. They lose 3 on the play.
We've talked about it. We've had fans actually tweeted out, nobody ever goes under center when you need a half a yard.
And that play had no chance. South Dakota Mines, they just stuffed it. They overload it. And there's no threat.
From the Roman 42-yard line.
We're going to have
the quarterback sneak because you're in the shotgun. So punt formation here for the Thunderwolves.
We might have to talk to the offensive coaches about creativity. I told them I was going to be on them a little bit.
Slow snap, but they get it to Sullivan. He's hit, but just bumped a little bit. Big punt inside the 10 all the way into the end zone. He got a lot of leg into that one. But it'll come out to the 20. Snap seemed a little slow to get it back there, and that enabled him to get a little pressure.
Yeah, a little floater.
So now South Dakota Mines suddenly, with a possession, a chance to get this game tied here late in the first quarter.
Boy, if they end up tied 14-14 after 1, they got to feel like they stole it.
Well, it'd have to be a quick score with 23 seconds to go.
Hey. If they were even within a score at halftime, they got to feel like they were. But I like their offense. I like South Dakota Mines' offense. They do a lot of things well.
They're going to go trips to the right this time. Single wide out left. No tight end in this set. He's lined up in the slot out here to the right side. Sometimes they shift back into that formation, though. Fry is the running back here on 1st and 10. Johansson gives it to the running back up the middle. He gets forward for about 6 or 7. Good run.
Simple run. It looks like an RPO, but it really isn't. That was a handoff all the way.
Put him down at the 26 with the umpire tax. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
26-yard line.
They might not get another playoff here, and they don't. That's the end of the quarter. End of the first quarter here from Dunham Field in Rapid City. Thunderwolves lead at 14-7 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, Joe, I kind of kidded. Could you have too fast a start? And you quickly replied no, and I kind of agree, but the Thunderwolves didn't sustain it.
If they wouldn't have started that fast, they'd be trailing.
It's true.
It's one of those things where everything goes your way. Again, that could have been part of that senior day. Everybody's excited, too geeked up. Now, South Dakota Mines is definitely settled in offensively.
Joe, I'm watching a guy down here, one of these, he's eating the brownies right. Oh, okay. I thought he was eating the brownies out of the tray, but he was just getting him one. He had the fork in there. He was digging.
Do you have a problem with that?
Man, well, yeah, what? I was going to have a problem. He was going to eat the brownies right out of the tray, the whole tray of them. And they're going to fake the ball in the middle. Johansson, here's a good run across the 30, cuts to the outside. Nice move there, and he's taken down at the 35-yard line. But you're finding out right now, this Jaden Johansson, he is the real deal.
Well, and that one was definitely an RPO. So that was a read option, and he pulled the ball away and kept it, which was a smart play because had he handed that ball off, Scipio was right there.
So it's 1st and 10 Hard Rockers at their own 35-yard line. 14-7, Thunderwolves lead it. 1st and 10. And hand the ball up the middle, and this time ramming gets the stop on the ball carrier, Fry. He hit him. Fry was trying to break free, and Ramming said, no, you will go down right here. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
Cody Ramming, our guest on the show, he said when he was a freshman, he had to send pictures of his plates of food before and after from the dining hall to his coaches because he needed to put on weight.
And they wanted to make sure he was, in fact, getting all the protein needs he needed. Wouldn't that be nice, Joe, to have a license just to eat? I know you and I we're professionals at it.
I have to show mine because I don't eat that much.
Here's the quarterback drawn again. Johansson, nice carry. And then he just kind of goes down close to the first down.
He's going to be a yard short, but that's kind of because he tripped.
Yep, going to be a yard short. It's going to be third down and 1 from the 44. Let's see how the Hard Rockers handle it on their offense on third and short. Thunderwolves never go under center. We'll see if the Hard Rockers go under center. My guess is they won't.
They're bringing in a whole defensive front.
Johansson comes up on the line to bark out the signals, but now he goes back into the gun. So third and a yard here for the Hard Rockers. Bring a man in motion across the formation. They fake the jet sweep. They go up the middle, and they don't get it.
They're short.
All that eye candy didn't work.
What does Charlie Floor say at his own 44? Does he go for it?
Well, they mark it forward about a half yard, so it's only about a foot short here now. Fourth and a foot for the Hard Rockers.
Go for it.
And now they're looking over to the sideline. Looks like the punt team going to come out, or are they going to go over and discuss it? And Johansson is the punter.
He is the punter, so that is the other thing that you forget, that he's a good punter too.
So he stands back at his own 30 to punt this ball away. Cook stands at his own 15 to return it.
If you have a fake in your Charlie Floor, do you run it now?
And now we've got a whistle, and thank you. Might have been delay a game here. Yeah, I think it is. Delay a game against the Hard Rockers.
Now you run the fake because you're not expecting it. Come on, Jim.
Well, we've seen the Thunderbolts run that fake punt and have so much success through the years. Never overuse it. It's always at the right time. It always was. So fourth and about 5.5 here. Cook now moves up to his 23 is where he'll stand. They field the punt from Johansson. Kind of shanked it to the right. But it's a directional kick, and it's caught right on the 25-yard line, right on the sideline. So no chance of the return there. Pretty good angled kick that time by Johansson.
Yeah, pretty effective. It's also kind of a nice weapon when your quarterback's your punter.
Tells you he was probably pretty good in the old punt, pass, and kick competition, Joe.
Yeah, he might have won a couple of regional competitions, think.
I would think so.
You know, I was looking at the first quarter stats. The one that stands out to me is Csu-Pueblo was 0 for 3 on third down. South Dakota Mines was 3 of 4.
And those all came on that drive that they got their points on the board. So Thunderwolves 1st and 10 from their own 25, leading at 14-7. They bring Rakowski in. Oh, that's Cook in motion. They hand it off to him around the right side on the reverse, and he's run out of bounds after a gain of maybe 2. Kind of a modified jet sweep that time. Instead of Cook going underneath on a handoff, they kind of pitch it to him coming around behind the play. Gains 2, 2nd and 8. Cook will line up wide to the left this time. Rakowski's with him over there. Retzlaff to the right. Pass it left side. Caught to Rakowski. Tries to break a tackle. Does. Cross the 30. Puts his head down. Gets to the 33. Good hard run by Rakowski. He'll be a couple yards short of the first down. Brings up a third down for the Pack. Let's see if they can finally convert one here.
You know, pound for pound, Zach Rakowski might be the toughest guy in the RMAC. Just because he's not very big.
Yeah,
he's not very heavy.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing there. 3rd and 2 for the Pack. Bring Rakowski in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Roll the pocket right. Fuller going to keep it. He's got the first down and gets forward across the 35 to the 37. That's the time Fuller had to run it because they needed the first down and they get it.
Well, and that's what happens when you're notorious for not running the football. They tend to not have to put a hat on you.
So 1st and 10 at the 37. Play action. They look right. Rakowski's got it. Spins up the sideline, but a good tackle over here on the edge by Knutson. Got him up high and takes him down at the 40 after a gain of only 3.
You know, if the ball was there about a half a second sooner, Rakowski could turn that corner.
Gain of 4.
Well, they give him a nice spot out to the 41. They'll take it. Sometimes the tax works for you. Sometimes you get the refund, Joe.
Yeah, it depends on how much you make. That time he made 4, so he gets an extra one.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line for the Pack. Give it to Martinez. Little stutter step, but he's taken down pretty quickly.
Martinez on the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 41.
Jacob Schwab there initially.
Good play there up front for South Dakota Mines. Caleb Franklin is one of the big defensive tackles, junior out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. He fouled that one all up, along with Taylor Hoher. 3rd and 6. They show blitz. They're in the neutral zone. Free play for the Thunderwolves. They go up the sideline to Retzlaff. He's got it! Inside the 30, inside the 20, cuts inside the 15, down to the 11, still on his feet, finally goes down at the 12.
Well,
Tried to spin out of that one. So offside here on South Dakota Mines.
They'll probably decline that penalty.
I would think. This just in.
This just in. We'll take the 50 and not the 5.
Offside. Defense, number 98. Penalties required.
How good is Chance Fuller, though, knowing that that was a free play and just winging it up there for Reggie Retzlaff?
Well, Thunderwolves, after going 0 for 3 on 3rd down in the first quarter, they pick up 2 on this drive. Now they have it 1st down and 10. The ball is at the 11, so you can still pick up a 1st down here.
Placed at the 10-yard line.
Don't listen to the PA guy. It's at the 11. I don't think he saw the umpire move it back. Yep, there you got their correction. Martinez on the left hip here of Fuller. They send Dvorak in motion. Now he reset, and he false starts on the play. No flag comes out. Thunderwolves get away with it somehow. That should have been easily a false start or illegal motion on Dvorak. He was leaning, almost falling forward there.
Well, Charlie Flores is saying the exact same thing to the official. He's like, he was in the backfield.
It's like, what the hell are you looking at, dude?
And then they just escort him back to the sideline because, you know.
If they had scored a touchdown there, he would have really been irate. But as it was just a gain of a yard, so he calms down. 2nd down and 9 from the 10. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. End zone shot, Dvorak! Touchdown!
The tight end catching it like a big receiver.
High pointed it beautifully. That was a mismatch, and Fuller threw it in the only place he could to get the touchdown, Joe. Beautiful toss, beautiful grab.
You know, that was a great catch by a tight end. You know, his high school coach was a pretty good tight end, Dave Logan.
Yes.
You know, when you're from Cherry Creek and you're a tight end, you better be schooled well. And Tyler Dvorak right there was a great catch.
On for the extra point.
So extra point try here by Willig.
I don't hear any horns.
Yeah, no horns there. Good answer by the Pack. All I hear is the fire truck going off to a fire in the distance. Here's the ball down. Kick is up. And it is good. 9:22 to go here in the second quarter. Thunderwolves with a touchdown. They now lead it 21-7 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Dunham Field. We are at O'Hara Stadium on the campus of South Dakota Mines University here in Rapid City, South Dakota. Beautiful Black Hills. You got to do a flyover yesterday, Joe. You flew in, and we drove, and it was kind of a little picturesque drive.
It's such a neat place to fly into because of the Black Hills and what you could see, and plus it's just kind of we love this area. We've had a great time here. You know, it's just a long way to go.
Yeah, it's just when you get in some areas out there in the middle of Wyoming. It's funny. Paul Plinsky asked. He goes, "Well, aren't we in the middle of the nowhere right now?" I go, "No, we're almost there. About another 10 miles. Yeah. Then we'll be officially in the middle of nowhere."
We haven't got to nowhere yet. We're just on the outskirts of nowhere.
Because there's that sign you come out of Lusk, right, and it says like 88 miles or something like that to the next services, and that kind of shocked Paul a little bit.
Yeah, next services, and you kind of got to pay attention to those.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. Well, Ben didn't want to we had to stop for fuel about 10 miles from Rapid City because the tank said we had 15 miles left.
Yeah, you don't want to chance
And he
that.
goes, well, there's a stage. We're going to stop right here. Okay, all right.
Hey, we pulled into silos.
Oh, man, that was crazy when we did that.
We were going to Shadron, and we had to pull into a silo that had an opening.
Chancellor return here, taken at the 8-yard line across the 15, 20, 25, and then a big hit by the Pack there. And I think it was Alsfer.
He's a special teams standout.
Football is 17 yards.
Or no, I beg your pardon. I saw a 4, but it's 1-4. That's Alec Prince on the stick.
You know, and Alec Prince has been hurt a little bit this year, so it's nice to see him getting back in.
1-4, not 3-4. But Musa Alsvar goes for it. And Musa's he's just been everywhere on special teams, so you assume it's him. Bad assumption there for Alec Prince, as he's the one that made the stick.
You know, we talk about Tyler Dvorak, and, you know, he kind of reminds me of Zach Boyd.
There you go.
You know, Zach Boyd was this just mountain of a man who was a tight end, a great pass-catching tight end on the national championship team, and I see Tyler Dvorak in kind of that same mold.
Bring a man in motion across the formation. Now resets. They're going to pitch it around the left side, and the Thunderbolts good run support there. Boy, you can see Keith McCaney there, Joe. He knew it was going to be a collision. He didn't care.
No.
He took on the running back and stuffed him after a gain of about 3.
And if you're going to see the field for CSU Pueblo as a defensive back, you better be able to come up and run support. And not just be able to do it, but like it.
Going to be second down and a short 7 or a long 6. They actually mark it just across the 28-yard line. So officially in stats, you probably have to give him 4 if you're doing the old stats, doing the old football math thing. 2 backs in the backfield this time. Johansson takes the snap. He gives it to one of the backs, and he goes nowhere. Gave it to Harris. He had Harris and Fry both in the backfield at the same time there. A little extra. Actually, it wasn't Fry. It had a fullback type in there, Dawson Dunbar.
Well, and that was the first time we've seen that set, and it went nowhere. That was running into the strength of CSU Pueblo's defense.
And
those big defensive tackles.
Yeah, and Dunbar, he comes out of the game now. So now it's 3rd down and 6 for the Hard Rockers. They need an answer right here.
It's like running into the fridge when you run into Freeney. And not into the fridge, but into a fridge.
He is huge. He's directing traffic now. He resets right over the top of the center here this time on 3rd and 6.
He will occupy 2 guys, and he does.
Over the middle, it's caught. First down. A little crossing route that time to Mason Galbraith. His 15th catch of the year, and it's a first down for the Hard Rockers.
Yeah, it caught CSU Pueblo a little bit. Kind of a rough defense. 2 guys were wide open, so the defensive backs switched, but they switched too late.
So 1st and 10 Hard Rockers, their own 37-yard line. Thunderbolts lead the game 21-7, 7:30 to go here in the second quarter. Johansson takes the snap, gives it around the left side, and they cut back inside right into traffic, and Harris gets maybe a yard. Ball comes out. Thunderbolts say they have it. Now was forward progress stopped.
The line judge is going to point now. Which way is he going to point?
No signal as of yet.
The line judge is the one who called the...
Still no signal. Still no signal. Still no signal. Thunderbolts recover the fumble.
The line judge on the near side, which is the CSU Pueblo side, has made like 3 major calls so far in this game.
And the Thunderbolts just ripped it free. It was a big stick on Harris. They stood him up, and as he went to the turf, he didn't have the ball. Thunderbolts ripped it away.
That was Tiger Pride, John Nushi. The Wrestler Implements crew will be loving that one.
We'll see if South Dakota Mines challenges. No challenge flag has come out here. So it is indeed going to stand as a fumble recovery for the Thunderbolts. They take over at the 38-yard line of the Hard Rockers. Russell is the running back on the right hip of Fuller. He takes the handoff up the middle, bangs his way forward, down to about the 35-yard line, maybe the 34.
Flag down at the 40. I think CSU Pueblo was illegal formation.
Illegal formation for the 4 players in the backfield. Offense.
Yep, not enough men on the line of scrimmage. You got to have 7 on the line of scrimmage. Thunderbolts only had 6.
Result of the penalty places the ball at the 40.
So I tend to think it was probably C.K. Paulus over here on the right side. Wasn't quite up on the line.
15, Thunderbolts.
He's looking for an explanation. Now he's asking the line just, well, am I all right now this time? So it's 1st and 15 for the Pack from the 43-yard line. Fuller takes the snap, play action. Here comes pressure off the edge. He steps around it. Now he's going to run for it across the 40. Tries to get to the sideline. Gets out of bounds at the 38, so he gets the penalty yardage back.
You know you're not a runner when you'll run 10 yards to the sideline.
It just looked uncomfortable,
instead
didn't it?
of going 3 yards up.
A more accomplished runner would have been right up the field, probably gained about 10 that time. But Fuller, he was more into self-preservation.
And I guarantee you that's exactly what the offensive coaches from CSU Pueblo want. They don't want him taking any undue hits.
So 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line of the Hard Rockers. Russell on the right hip of Fuller. Play action. Sets in the pocket. Pump fake. Now goes up the sideline. Man's open. It's Retzloff. And the ball was behind him, though, and incomplete. Retzloff didn't make a good adjustment that time, Joe. Almost like he didn't see the ball initially.
It was a tad underthrown because he pumped like 3 times. And he basically, the first pump was to let him get a shake, and then the second pump was to let him get open. I think he underthrew him.
So now 3rd and 10. Will the Thunderbolts look back on that one? Now they change the play call. They have to get the signals over here as the horns honk. Fuller takes the snap. Here comes pressure. He gets away from it. Rolls to his right. Goes up the sideline. And the ball batted away at the last minute. Great defensive play there by Jaron Allen, the freshman out of Draper, Utah, saving the day because Cook had broke wide open behind him.
If Fuller could have stopped and planted his feet, Polis was running a post route and was wide open.
So 4th down and 10 for the Thunderwolves from the 38-yard line.
Ben Nolan deep for the Hard Rockers.
So Ben Griedberg announcing that Zach Rakowski has changed numbers now. He's wearing 13. Something happened to his jersey. Here's a directional kick, but it hooks back into the center of the field and into the end zone. So Sullivan Moon has not quite figured out yet how to do the short directional punt that time. And he was angled toward the right, but he just hooked it right back in the middle of the field. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. So again, the Thunderwolves fail to take advantage. It's the 3rd time they've had the game in Hard Rocker territory and unable to take advantage of it.
Yeah, 3rd downs have been a problem all season long. Today, no exception if you're the Thunderwolves, Jim. And I think sometimes offensive coordinators, I'm an SC fan, so I see that all the time. Sometimes they take it for granted, that 3rd and 1.
So now the Hard Rockers have to feel like they're playing with house money here after getting a stop on that turnover. Still down only 14 in the game. Fry readjusts to the left hip, and they hand it to him. He tries to bounce it outside, does bounce it outside, cuts back inside for the 1st down. He's out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Good run there by Jalen Fry.
45, Darius McCord. Gain of 11. 1st and 10 Rockers from the 31-yard line.
Hard Rockers go hurry up. And again, they hand it off. Good adjustment there, getting forward. Seidenberger makes the tackle, but not before Fry gets forward for about 7.
Yeah, they don't see him at the line of scrimmage, and by the time they get to him, he's already got 5 yards.
We're going to mark it at the 38, so a gain of 7, at least 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3.
Hard Rockers, of course, their ultimate dream here, do the daily double, score, taking it into the end zone here, and then get it to start the 2nd half. First things first, got to keep this drive going here on 2nd and 3. Bring a man in motion, resets, play action, pass it right side, ball caught by Nolan. He gets forward for the 1st down, turns ahead to about the 45-yard line. These offenses, in many ways, kind of mirror images of each other.
Well, and they're in the standings, in the statistics, everything. CSU Pueblo is just a step above Mines in every category almost.
So 1st and 10, Hard Rockers from their own 45-yard line. 21-7, Thunderwolves on top.
What they're doing a great job is play action because you have to give respect to the run if you're CSU Pueblo.
Ball's on the right hash. They got a bunch formation on the left hash. They run the ball up the middle. They spring forward. They got big yardage before McClellan makes the stop, but it's 9 yards up the field. Good run again by Fry. They just popped it right through there. So it's 2nd down and a yard now for the Hard Rockers. They're finding something here in the middle of the field. Now the Thunderwolves make some substitutions. They get Feeney and Turrenton into the ball game. A little more beef in the center of the field here. So 2nd and a yard. Can see anything here from Johansson this time. Brings a man in motion. That's Nolan. Now he resets. They going to sprint to the right. pass up the right sideline. Nolan's got it for the first down. Down around the 35-yard line of the Thunderwolves.
That was a great play design because you had to respect Fry underneath so much with the play action. But you can't let. I always like Ben Nolan's the one guy you can't let get open. Like Travis Kelce. How does he always catch passes? He's the one guy you can't let get open.
Well, they lined him up that time behind the left tackle, and then on the snap, kind of hit him behind the line of scrimmage. So sometimes it's just hard to keep track of a guy like that. Now he lines up in the backfield. Now they send the running back in motion to the left side. That's Fry. They leave Nolan in the backfield. Now he goes in motion to the right side. Resets. Straight drop back by Johansson. Pressure off the edge. They flush him. Pass up the right sideline out of bounds into the bench. He did get it far enough. He was outside the tackle box, and he did get it to the line of scrimmage, so no grounding.
And that was pressure from both sides, from Ramming from the right side and Scipio from the left. And you don't want those two to meet up at you.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Hard Rockers. 21-7, Thunderwolves lead it. We're down to 3:08 to go here in the first half. We think Paul Plinsky's going to join us here at halftime. He usually does when he's with the team on the road, so we'll be ready in case he does. 2nd and 10. Fry on the left hip of Johansson. They send a man in motion to the left side. And they give the ball into the middle. And breaking one tackle, Fry. He's got the first down. Inside the 25. Inside the 20. Good run there by Jalen Fry. 1st and 10. Hard Rockers are down to the 20-yard line of the Thunderwolves.
He's one of the better backs we've seen this year, Jim. He's just a good little running back. He's not very big.
Well, they said in the senior day ceremonies that his goal, he wants to play professional football next year. Now, I think he's going to have to go a little, but he's got the speed.
Well, he's
got the moves.
He's been here forever.
Ball on the right hash mark. Double wide out left. Double tight end set this time. Now both tight ends shift to the left side of the formation. Well, now one reverses to the right. They do a lot of shifting pre-snap. And they're going to hand the ball. Now they run the reverse. Hand it off to Nolan. Rolls around the right side. Now dumps the ball down the middle. Caught! Touchdown! Kind of a lob pass to the tight end, Henry Dryden. Touchdown pass from Ben Nolan.
Wow. Something you won't see very often is Corey McClellan get fooled like that. And he did on that play. Came up in run support, and they snuck right behind him.
Went deep into their bag of tricks that time. Kind of like a skyhook pass that time from Nolan. The ultimate touch pass, just floating it over the defense, dropping it right into the hands of Dryden. Extra point try. Ball fumbled, but now picked up, and he got it down. Great job by the holder there that time. The backup quarterback, Martinelli, to get it down for the extra point. 2:18 to go here in the first half. I think we've used up both our media timeouts, haven't we, in this half? Maybe we ought to take one here just in case. He's probably got one fired up there. We'll take a timeout. 21-14 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Middle screen here set up by the Thunderwolves. Martinez has it, tries to get to the edge, breaks one tackle across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And now we've got Martinez. Somebody's shaking up here on the side. That's not Martinez. He's up. He's out on the field, but got all this personnel along the sideline. Might be a coach, might be a player, might be one of the chain gang. Somebody is down here along the sideline. It's a Hard Rocker, and the injured player is L. Ray Brooks III. No relation. He sprints over to the other side of the field. He says, I'm all right. He's probably trying to prove, hey, I'm not in concussion protocol. That's one way you do it, I guess.
You don't run like that.
And now the coach just slumps. I say, you're all right, dude. Well, he's doing a lot of different flexes. I think he's trying to do everything to prove that he's okay. Doesn't have his helmet. I don't know who grabbed his lid. It was a gain of 8 for the Thunderwolves. 2nd down and 2. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the half. They look left, come over the middle, caught by Cook, and he's short of the first down. He gained only a yard on the play. Taken down by the linebacker there in a hurry.
Yeah, ball was behind him, which you don't see on a slant like that.
Hunter Newsom on the stop. So now 3rd and a yard for the Thunderwolves. We've already seen them fail today on a 3rd and a yard. That was on a running play. I'm going to guess they're going to probably throw some kind of pass play here on this 3rd and a yard. Fuller takes the snap. Going to run the draw play. Gives it off up the middle to Martinez. He's got the first down and more. Kind of a delay. Remember Drew Schwartz, Joe, the old Thunderwolf lineman? He gave me a hard time the other day, but I was on it was the day of the Hall of Fame weekend. He said, and what he called it, it's not a draw play, Jim.
That was a draw play.
It looked like a draw to me.
That one was.
Pass over the middle, caught, and that is Rakowski. He's wearing 13 now. His number 6 jersey either got torn or got blood on it, so they put him in number 13. He gets forward for about 5. The clock rolls. We're down to 1:10 to go here. Thunderbolts still have all 3 of their timeouts left. Need a little bit more sense of urgency here. Down to a minute to go. They're taking their time. Now Fuller barks out the signals. We're down to 55 seconds to go. This is taking a little too much time for my liking. Get the snap. Play action. Here comes pressure off the edge. Steps up. Going for it all. Looking for Rakowski, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get away there. As being bumped up the entire side. One of the coaches of the Thunderbolts hysterical on the side. It's the strength coach.
Yeah. Rashad is like, hey.
He's going, why was that not holding?
Might have had a point. But Robbins racing.
So now it'll be 3rd down for the Thunderbolts. 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line with 46 seconds to go. We got everything. We got a train off in the distance going by. We got all the horns honking. A lot of adversity here for the offense to overcome on 3rd and 5. Fuller takes the snap. Here comes pressure. Goes down the middle for Retzlaff. He's got it in the clear, and he's got a touchdown. What a grab by Retzlaff. What a pass by Fuller.
Straight seam route to the house.
49 yards complete.
Just a straight go route, Joe, right up the hash.
Yeah, 49 yards. It's like if you lined a receiver up on the hash mark and said, all you got to do is run a straight line. That's exactly what he did. No double move, no nothing.
And pass right on a line. And then Retzlaff, that wasn't as easy he made it look.
No.
That's a tough grab. So what an answer by the Thunderwolves here. Silencing the drive-in throng below us. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. And Retzlaff just continues to impress. Retzlaff, however you want to. I think it's Retzlaff. Sometimes I go Retzlaff. I'll apologize for that. But, man, any way you slice it, great catch.
We had a long discussion about it. He's a junior college product.
Yeah.
And he played junior college football in California, which is a really good junior college conference. And he was very adamant about how valuable that experience was to play junior college football at that level that prepared him here. And he and Chance have been on the same page from day one.
That was just a strike. And you talk about the adversity there, Joe. You got the train still rolling by. We had all the horns honking. Crowd making a lot of noise. They know they're back in the ball game within a touchdown. They get the stop. They get the ball first to start the second half. That's a huge touchdown.
It's an incredible touchdown. Plus, it was pretty.
Yes, it was.
It was just,
a strike.
That was a style points touchdown. We like style points touchdowns. Sometimes, the score is a score, but that was pretty.
There would have been no blame whatsoever put on Retzlaff if he doesn't catch that pass.
Yeah,
it had a lot of smoke on it.
Well, and it was out in front of him, and he's 6'3". He had to get up there.
That's why you catch it in the hands. That was go back to our day. That was a Steve Watson special.
High point.
Here's the kick. And fair catch taken at the 10. It's kind of a half-hearted fair catch, wasn't it?
It almost like he was trying to keep his balance.
Yeah, exactly.
He was falling over, and it turned into a fair catch signal. But they still have 20. They're only watching Johansson throw the ball. This is not in the realm of a possibility that they don't take a couple of shots here.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts left. 40 seconds to go. Thunderwolves, will be playing kind of an umbrella zone here.
This is where you get a Scipio off the edge, get some pressure, because they're not going to run the ball. And if they do, it's going to be early on.
Yeah, if they run it, they're going to be doing you a favor.
From the 25-yard line.
Scipio lines up on the right side of this defensive formation. Seidenberger's up in the gap as well. Send the running back in motion. Pressure, they run the screen pass, and it's hit immediately. Good play by the Thunderwolves. Thinking coming over there, that was Mike Alutu from his defensive line. He was kind of in a zone blitz read there, Joe. He kind of read the screen.
Yeah, he dropped back. He plays defensive end, defensive tackle along that front. Like you said, when the play was, he just dropped back a little bit.
Clock was stopped with 33 seconds to go. Did South Dakota Mines take their timeout? I don't know why the clock was stopped. They haven't taken the timeout off the board.
The player lost his lid. So I
think there'd be a 10-second runoff here if he doesn't take the timeout. Here comes the referee to explain it here. Now he's going to come over and explain it to Phil Vigil. Going to tell him, hey, he's elected to either allow 10 seconds to run off or he's taking the timeout. I'm guessing he's going to take the timeout. Phil Vigil doesn't really like the explanation, it looks like, when he continues the argument. Let's see the referee now. Going to give us, we'll try to pump up our crowd mic a little bit.
Stop. And helmet off on the member of the offense. That requires a 10-second under one. Please retake the clock to 23 seconds.
That's exactly what happens.
The clock will start on my signal.
I'm not sure why South Dakota Mines doesn't elect to use the timeout to save the 10 seconds. Now the clock's going to run as soon as he calls it ready for play. So now the clock should be running, and it is. It's down to 20. Kind of a wasted opportunity. Pass up the right sideline. It's caught by Nolan. Breaks a tackle inside the 40, inside the 35, inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Now you take the timeout. Although the Thunderwolves have an injured player, they're going to be charged with the timeout. It doesn't really matter. 9 seconds to go. Now the Hard Rockers get to have a chance to throw a strike into the end zone. Already in field goal range.
You know, Donovan Guyton was in coverage there and just got beat.
And it was the run after the catch that was damaging. He caught the ball about the 40-yard line and able to get another 14, 15 yards. So the timeout is indeed charged to the Thunderwolves. See, Joe, that's why I was perplexed. You get a play like that, if you'd taken the timeout, you have an extra 10, 13 seconds because the 3 seconds ran out the clock before they snapped it. Imagine if you had 22 seconds to go now with the ball at the 26-yard line. You got 3 shots at the end zone before you have to try the field goal.
I totally agree. I'm not sure why they did what they did. Trying to see who's down. I can't see that far over there. He's up, though. It's Isaiah Pittman.
Isaiah Pittman, number 32 for the Thunderwolves as he gets up. Being escorted over to the sideline. Looks all right. Probably just a little dinged on the play. He was kind of writhing around in a little bit of pain. Boy, man, South Dakota Mines, they get a touchdown here. They put a little different look on this game here with 9 seconds to go.
You got to appreciate how hard that offense is playing and how good the offensive line has come after those first 2 drives for the Hard Rockers.
One of the interesting stats going in, their longest field goal of the year, 21 yards. Right here, it'd be about a 42-yarder if they were to try one. Here comes pressure off the edge, gets the pass away. He's caught. They're just giving him 5 yards, and he's up to the 21-yard line now. Got to send the field goal unit in here with 5 seconds to go. I guarantee that play took more than 4 seconds. It's good to have a hometown clock operator right there.
Well, yeah.
Trying to buy him an extra play, but not going to work. So now a long field goal attempt here by Connor Taylor. 3 for 3 on the year, but this is his longest by far. It's going to be a 38-yard attempt.
Oh, he's got plenty of leg.
Ball's down. Kick is up.
I don't think he
And it is no good. He hooked it to the left.
Yeah.
So the Thunderwolves survive there. Halftime from Hard Rocker Land here at Dunham Field at O'Hara Stadium in Rapid City, South Dakota. Thunderwolves lead it 28-14. Our halftime show is next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City, South Dakota, Dunham Field here at O'Hara Stadium, South Dakota Mines University here in the beautiful Black Hills. Joining us now, the athletic director for Csu-Pueblo, Dr. Paul Plinsky. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I had to walk through all the honking horns. It just got about ready to lose my hearing on this trip.
Well, we kind of kidded the fans listening. We thought the noise and the racket was bad at Grand Valley, but that was over the PA. Here it's with all the cars and everything. Now, that's an interesting dynamic, isn't it?
It is a little interesting, and I don't know if the NCAA would rule it legal or illegal, but I guess the NCAA hasn't been here ever, so maybe we won't find out. But nonetheless, it's disruptive. You can't even hear yourself when you're out there when the horns are blowing, and the third downs especially. But proud of the way our guys are fighting.
Man, what a couple of just fantastic grabs here in this first half. Interesting way to start a ball game. You ever seen a scoop and score by the offense that early in a ball game for a touchdown?
Well, I thought Reggie was down. Maybe he wasn't, but Andrew Cook had the quick response and went for 40. Andrew said to me after that play, he said, well, I got to get in the end zone somehow or another.
And we're kind of kidding him before the ball game. I was down talking to Braley, and Cookie came out of the tunnel, and he said, hey, Brooks, you just said you're going to get 3 touchdowns today. So I don't think he expected to get one in that fashion, but it worked out. What about the catch there by Redslav, and the one before that by Dvorak? So some great catches here in this first half.
And you know, Chance has had a couple others that were just right there. And, you know, I tell you, Reggie and our tight end and our wide receivers are all playing well. We do need to get our running game established here a little bit. You can tell that we're also a little flustered on defense, so hopefully at halftime we can kind of get some of that figured out and settle down a little and play pack football.
Yeah, we were kind of talking. Jim asked rhetorically, can you start too fast? And I quickly said no, because I don't believe in there's such thing. But 14-0 before 3 minutes have gone off the clock, and then all of a sudden maybe a little bit of complacency.
Yeah.
But defensively, but you also have to tip your hat to Mines' offense, because their line started figuring out some blocking schemes, and they were giving Johansson time to throw.
And getting it to Norland, and then he makes some spectacular plays, and then the touchdown
one-handed catch
is about as good as you're going to see. But you know, they are a well-coached football team, and they've had a nice year. They just happen to slip up against Colorado Mesa. Otherwise, you know, they would be sitting here with a little bit of a better record and probably a feel for this game. But you can't complain when you're up in Rapid City, South Dakota, and it's 55 degrees and there's 0 wind and it's sunny.
Yeah, it is kind of unbelievable conditions, and you know, we mentioned it's got a unique environment, but it's kind of fun, kind of unique and kind of quirky, but it works, doesn't it?
And you know, it's the weather probably drew a great crowd for them, and a lot of them are behind our bench, which stirs up our players. So I don't know if you can tell what our players.
Yeah, we right after the opening kickoff, or when they came running along the sideline, a little different.
It's a little disturbing, and you know, I guess it's something that coaches have probably addressed, but our players, you know, have to be able to play in it and respond to it. In fact, there's probably more people over on the visiting side with this parking configuration than there are in the bleachers on the other side. But
well, the ball game going well. Other things going well right now for Csu-Pueblo. Got a lot of activity this weekend in the postseason, getting ready to get underway.
So our volleyball team is on their second game of the weekend today. They're at Fort Lewis at 3 p.m. They are now sitting at 10-2 in the 4th seed in the.
Now I'll stop you right there. Now early in the year we thought, man, what's going on here? And now they've been on an incredible run after this slow start.
Well, they beat number 6 Metro State for the first time in 23 years, and now they're gaining some momentum. Today's a big game. Then next weekend we have 2 home games that will round off the regular season. If we can, you know, win 2 out of the next 3, we can be a number 4 seed in the conference tournament. So that's good. Our men's and women's soccer team are playing tomorrow. The women will be at Regis, playing them in the first round of the playoffs, and then the men will be at Colorado Mesa playing in the second round in the semifinals. So it'll be interesting to see how that can go. We need them to, both of them, get a victory so they can keep their NCAA aspirations alive.
Well, we were kind of talking about on the drive yesterday. It starts a gauntlet where you more or less have to win 7 straight if you're the men's program, right, to win a national title, or 6 straight to get back to the return engagement in the championship game.
Yeah, match. They have 13 wins right now. Fort Lewis and Mesa have 10 wins. So we're in a pretty good spot to make the NCAA tournament. But tomorrow is a big showing for them. It'd be nice if we could get that victory and move on to the championship round the following weekend, and then the NCAA tournament after that. So really proud of that team. You know, had more conference players than all-conference players than any other team in the RMAC. We had the Defensive Player of the Year. And so I think at the same time the team's a little disappointed in how the season went, finishing being 13-4-2. And so hopefully they can get it tomorrow and then keep the thing going.
Well, it's nice to be disappointed, Joe, when you're 13-4-2.
I have to tip my cap to Paul and to Coach Twelvetrees. When we've been on this a long time to where men's soccer was an afterthought.
Yeah.
They weren't funded. They were just a team that had a lot of local kids. No offense to the local kids, but it was a different mindset of RMX men's soccer. And now you're on the national stage.
Yeah, and absolutely. Everyone who plays us circles us on their calendar and says this is the time to have a program-defining game. And so, they've got all the guys back from last year. They have the playoff experience. You just hope that everything can kind of fall into place here, because I'm telling you, soccer, unlike any other sport, that ball can go one direction and you can be victorious or you can be a loser, and I've learned that pretty painfully, but excited about tomorrow and hope they can pull it out.
Well, another thing that's come along, the swimming program had a great day yesterday, probably one of their best days ever.
They did. They're off in my home stomping grounds at University of Nebraska-Kearney, and went over there and competed against Adams State, Midland University, and UNK, and won 8 out of 10 of the races that they were in. And they're competing again today, so they're off to a good start. I'm privileged to be able to have Suzanne as both our head women's swimming and diving coach here at Csu-Pueblo, but also my daughter's swimming coach. So
see,
there's
no pressure
a
there.
double whammy.
No pressure, Coach.
All right, we're going to sneak a break in here. Paul's going to stay with us. We'll get a timeout out of the way. We'll talk a little basketball. We'll come back after this timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City. Thunderwolves lead it 28-14 here at halftime. We're joined by Thunderwolves Athletic Director, Dr. Paul Plinsky. And Paul, it's a very busy time of year. Basketball kicking off this weekend. Tipping off, I should say.
Well, the women's basketball team headed down to Lubbock, Texas, and played in a tournament that's actually an exempt. So now we get to add 2 more games to our season. So the women are playing 30 games this year. Obviously, they're starting off with a nationally ranked opponent in Azusa Pacific yesterday. Played competitively, obviously didn't pull it out, lost by double digits. But then today we'll turn back around and play Union, I think from Tennessee, and they're a nationally ranked team as well. And so the 3 out of his first 4 games are going to be against nationally ranked teams. But they've got a squad that is going to just keep getting better as the year goes along. And a couple of them are back from being here 2 years ago with us, and Alicia Little Davis. She is now going to be called Alicia Little rather than Alicia Davis. But then Ro Dominguez and Tamia Johnson, and got a few others that are going to complement this team. So I'm excited to see them. Today they tip off at 4 o'clock, and then next weekend they'll be playing in Denver against Lubbock Christian and UT Tyler. So it'll be a couple good games for us to see and follow the Thunderwolves there.
And the men get underway next week.
Men are going to head to Texas, to Wichita Falls, to play Midwestern State on Friday at 1:30, and then turn around and go to Cameron to play them on Saturday. So hoping that the men can get off to a good start and are doing pretty good right now. So interesting to watch both of them as they go. And wrestling is competing at Air Force today, and as I said earlier, swimming is over at Nebraska-Kearney. So all the winter sports are fast and furious.
Well, that's all the things going on in the field behind the scenes. Got the big new expansion of the press box or hospitality area at the Thunderbowl. I know you're excited about that.
Yeah, so under the direction of Todd Kelly and the Csu-Pueblo Foundation, there'll be new suites that will be added to the west side press box. And then we will do a reconfiguration and have all hospitality on the west side, and then move working crews to the east side. And so the east side will be just a working crew, and it will be compatible with the Thundertron operations that we have over there. We'll also be doing some work on upgrading the Thundertron. It's at its 10-year anniversary as a gift from CSU System from Hughes Stadium.
Wow.
And thanks to Tony Frank and that opportunity. But we got to upgrade that because we use it more than football. We have it for track meets. We also have it for commencement exercises in the spring. So it's a valuable tool for our campus, and especially at the Thunderbolt.
All right, Paul, thanks for joining us, and good luck in the second half. Hope the Thunderbolts can pull it out here.
All right, we need to score, but also get our defense under check a bit, huh?
There you go. Dr. Paul Plinsky back with more of our halftime right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thanks, Paul.
We got 10 minutes.
You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Welcome back to Rapid City. Thunderwolves lead at 28-14 here at halftime. Quick look at some of the numbers here in the first half. South Dakota Mines with 13 first downs. Thunderwolves with 9. Thunderwolves 40 on the ground, 220 through the air, 260 yards total offense. South Dakota Mines 95 on the ground, 151 through the air, 246 yards of total offense. So pretty even in that category. Time of possession heavily in favor of South Dakota Mines. 18 minutes, 17 seconds to 11:43 for the Thunderwolves. Third downs, South Dakota Mines 4 of 6. Thunderwolves 4 of 8. Early on in the game, Thunderwolves were 0 of 3, but got better on third down as the half went along. Both teams 2 for 2 in the red zone. Individual numbers, Martinez 5 carries for 23 yards. Fuller 2 for 9. Russell 4 for 8. Fry has 9 carries for 60 yards. Harris 6 for 25. Johansson 6 for 10. Passing, Fuller 14 of 21, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. Johansson 12 of 19, 2 interceptions, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. Ben Noland also threw a touchdown pass in the first half. Actually threw 2 passes. Remember, one of them was broken up as well. Rakowski, 6 catches for 27. Retzlaff, 4 for 137, including a touchdown. Cook, they've got Cook down 2 for 38 and a touchdown, but this is actually would have to be considered a running touchdown because it was on the fumble recovery. Dvorak, 1 catch, 10 yards, and it was a touchdown. Nolan, 5 for 86. Dryden, 3 for 32. Fry, 2 for 13. Individual defensive numbers, McClellan was 6. Bone was 6. Nushi with 6 tackles. Knutson has 6. Newsom with 5. Tischler with 4. Hosier with 3. 28-14. Thunderwolves up at halftime. Back with the second half right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Imagine you are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City. We're at Dunham Field. It's called O'Hara Stadium here on the campus of South Dakota Mines University. Thunderwolves on top, 28-14. Hard Rockers will get the ball first to start the second half. Joe, got a big surprise going on in Denver right now. The Black Knights of Army lead Air Force 20-0. Game being played there at whatever they call it, the old Mile High Stadium.
Hey, how about we got to give a shout out to our good friend Chris Cotterman and the Central Wildcats.
Yes.
Beat Pueblo South last night, 47-7. First time Central's beaten South in high school football since 1999. Congratulations to Chris Cotterman and the Wildcats.
And they get a chance to do some damage in the playoffs now.
Yeah, I've heard that from kids that would never say it, that said Central's good.
Yeah. Lions to kick it off for the Thunderwolves. He's into it. And they're going to call fair catch. Taken at the 13.
Fair catch by Harris.
That's a safety first fair catch right there. Sometimes I just wonder, that's a spot where I think I got to return it. Because you're already close to you need a 12-yard return to get a 25, but you always risk turnover and all that stuff. So why not get your offense out there in good shape?
I also think that some of that's predetermined. Yeah. These kids are told, make this call before you go out there. Kind of take the decision-making out of it in real time.
A little delay. Now we're ready to go. Johansson from the gun. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. That's the tight end, Dryden. He resets, and they're going to run play action, and Johansson's going to keep it around the edge and goes out of bounds after a gain of about 4. He just fakes it into the middle line and just sprints to the edge, running more or less kind of an option play, but there's nobody to pitch it to.
Well, and he's so good. They run the ball so well that you have to respect that run and that RPO action.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Hard Rockers. 28-14, Thunderwolves on top, just underway here in the second half. Bring a man in motion. Again, it's the tight end, Dryden. He'll reset on the left side. And they're going to give it up the middle. And sprinting through there for about 5 to the 34-yard line. He's kind of knifed through there. Seidenberger on the tackle, but not before the gain of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a yard here. Neither team has been scintillating on 3rd and short in this game.
It's almost like CSU Pueblo's linebackers are a yard too deep. Does that make sense? That they're making tackles 5 yards but deep instead of 4 or 3 yards deep.
That's always due to the pressure the quarterback, Johansson, can put on the team. Now both tight ends shift to the right side, so they're unbalanced that direction here. Ball is on the right hash mark. They're going to just straight pass play. Pass left side, caught wide open. Across the 45 out to the 50-yard line. As Jaden Fry got lost there in coverage, somebody blew an assignment there for the Thunderbolts. I didn't see anybody get picked off. Looked like they just missed the assignment.
He just snuck under everybody else.
So 1st and 10 at midfield. And they hand the ball up the middle. Good stop there by the Thunderwolves. Coming over on the stop there, Noah Purcell after a gain of a yard. Tried to pop Fry through there, but Purcell was there. Now Purcell will come out of the ball game. Big wave of substitutions there for the Thunderwolves. A lot of situational substitutions in this game. When the offense subs, the Thunderwolves have a package to match.
And most of it is just fresh bodies, keeping those legs fresh. We talked with Cody Ramming about that. These defensive linemen appreciate the breathers.
Fry in motion to the right side. He resets, so trips to the right. They do have the fullback. No, that's actually the wide receiver, Nolan. Now he goes in motion to the left side. Empty backfield now for Johansson. Here comes pressure off the edge. Ramming had him, lost him, gets away on the right side, running for his life, just throws it up the sideline and goes out of bounds.
Great pressure from CSU Pueblo from the backside of Johansson, forcing him out.
Good coverage down the field that time. As you mentioned, Guyton there, redshirt freshman out of Gilbert, Arizona. He took a shove in the back that time from Nolan at the end of the play. Kind of a little excuse me shove with a purpose.
If you want a big play for CSU Pueblo's defense, this is it so far in the game. This is a nice gift 3rd and 9. Can you get off the field?
Scipio and Nushi creeping up on the right side. Here they come. Pass back left side, and it's almost intercepted. That would have been a touchdown for Guyton. They came with pressure off this right side, and that's where they threw the ball back to, and the Thunderwolves had it all fouled up. They read that one.
Well, the left tackle knew Scipio was coming, but they didn't account for Nushi. And they got in the backfield, and that was a great 3rd down stand by the Thunderwolves.
So now it's 4th down for the Hard Rockers.
4th and 9 for the Hard Rockers from the 49-yard line.
Now Johansson, he is the punter. He is the quarterback as well. So if you got some funny business, maybe you can see it here.
Number 1, Andrew Cook.
Thunderwolves, they're going to rush the punt here. They come flying in, but they get the punt away. Fair catch signaled for and taken by Cook at the 16-yard line. Well, that was dangerously close to a fair catch interference by Max Watler, but Cook able to handle it.
And that's what Andrew Cook's asking the official, how much room does he not have to give me?
Yeah, remember they used to have the old, 1 or 2 yard halo
rule, and there was no halo. There was no halo there.
Yeah, he broke the halo plane, didn't he? So Thunderwolves take over. Worst field position they've had to start with today from their own 16-yard line.
From their own 16-yard line.
I'd have to say probably 5 times they've started to drive this day in Hard Rocker territory. They haven't always taken advantage of the great field position.
Maybe this is their wheelhouse, going the distance.
Martinez is the back. Now they bring Dvorak in motion to the right side. They give it into the middle of Martinez, makes a little cut, dives forward for about 2.
You know, I'll take that if I'm CSU Pueblo, though, with Keon Martinez, because that you have to respect that run, because he can pop one at any time.
Well, Will Lester, a sophomore out of Arvada High School, made the stop there for South Dakota Mines. Heavy Colorado influence on the South Dakota Mines ball club.
From the 18-yard line.
You know, they are an engineering school, a little bit more broad than CSU Pueblo or than Colorado Mines.
2nd down and 8 for the Pack. Same formation. Now they send Dvorak in motion to the left side this time. Straight drop back by Ford. Goes left side. Looks for Dvorak. He has it. He breaks a tackle across the 40, 45, 50. Breaks another tackle. Now finally taken down at about the 44-yard line of the Hard Rockers. Dvorak having himself a day.
Caught it like a receiver. They sent him wide out. He's a tight end. Big, tall target, 6'2".
Thunderwolves go. Yep. Sorry, Joe.
No, you're good.
Thunderwolves go hurry up. They give it to Martinez up the middle. And he tries to break tackles. And he's finally taken down at about the 41-yard line. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Finish your thought.
Just, he's built like you said, like a receiver. So when they send him out wide, they put him in motion. Then he goes and resets on the far side. He's single coverage like a big receiver. He catches the ball like a receiver.
2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Cook is wide to the left. Retzlaff and Rakowski. Rakowski wearing number 13 now. His number 6 jersey, either torn or bloodied. Little three-step drop. Fuller now goes left side to Martinez, catches it in stride, but good coverage on the defense over there. Good recovery, I guess I should say. But not before Martinez gets it inside the 40 down to the 38. All in all, pretty good play by both the offense and the defense there.
Well, Keon Martinez was definitely the safety valve there, and the ball was put on the money.
So 3rd and 3 now from the 38-yard line. Hard Rockers must get a stop. They can't afford to follow it down by 3 touchdowns here. Bring a man in motion. That's Gravano. They give it up the middle to Martinez. He breaks the tackle and gets forward to the first down. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but then spun out of it for the first down.
You know, and on the last little pass play that he got up limping just a little bit. I wondered if he was going to be okay.
1st and 10 at the 34. Straight drop back by Fuller. Out pattern caught Dvorak, and he's hit down at the 30. All this is setting up, Joe, is the defense having to come up on Dvorak. They're going to get, well, that time Gravano was on that side. You can get him right behind the defense. All the safety's concerned about Dvorak.
You're saying there's a plan?
I think so. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 31.
They're going to forget about 15 on the wide side.
Russell into the ball game. Now Dvorak goes in motion left side, resets. Fake it to Russell in the pocket. Right down the middle is Retzlaff, and he goes up. It's intercepted, though. Ball was underthrown and taken over at the 1-yard line. Retzlaff was open. The ball just underthrown.
Well, Jim, it was quadruple coverage. We know Chance Fuller loves Reggie Retzlaff, but that was quadruple coverage. The unfortunate thing for the Mines Hard Rockers is they intercepted on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that ball just needed to come out there quicker and a little more elevation. You got the bigger receiver, Retzlaff.
Unless they say that his momentum carried him into the end zone. There's no way that ball's on the 4-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
There's no way that's on the 4-yard line.
And that's where they're going to spot it. He picked it off right at about the 2 and fell down at the 1. And it was his own momentum carrying him backwards. And now they're going to call a timeout on the field. 9:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 28-14 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
1st and 10 Hard Rockers, very advantageous spot. They spotted at the 4-yard line. They hand it up the middle to Jalen Fry, and he gains about 5, maybe 6, out close to the 10-yard line. Ball was picked off, and the man fell down at the 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line, and they moved it out to the 4, and I don't understand that. It's like they had to talk about it and said, well, let's give him 3 some breathing room.
It's not like he was being pushed that way. It was his own momentum that carried him to the 1. That's why you got to spot it to the 1. You don't spot it where he caught the ball.
It was so close that I thought it might have been a touchback. That's how close to the goal line he was.
So now is 2nd down and 4. They're going to run it around the right side. It's a good run again by Friday. He breaks a tackle. He's across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. The better running team today in this game has been South Dakota Mines.
CSU Pueblo struggling to get off those blocks. Linebackers and the nickelbacks are struggling to get off the blocks of the Hard Rockers.
1st and 10 from the 24. And again, and this time he is stuffed. Well, Scipio says that's about enough of this running around the edge stuff. Throws him down for about a 3-yard loss.
And bringing himself off the field with his left arm hanging. Might have a stinger.
They give him an advantageous forward progress, only losing a yard on the play. I don't quite buy that one, but it's 2nd down and 11. Yep, they are fiddling with Scipio's shoulder down on the sideline. We'll keep an eye on that one. Nolan in motion to the right side. He resets. Straight drop back. Now setting in the pocket. Pass up the right sideline, and it is broken up by Bone. He almost picked it off.
Playing center field, like coming over to the sideline. Pittman was in coverage, single coverage, and Bone is a free safety. That's what they do. They're ball hawks.
Nolan jawing with the sideline is because they're jawing at him. He just returned fire. So 3rd down and 11 now.
You know, we had Bone on the show, and he's real quiet. He's like,
silent
this isn't
assassin.
the same crazy guy that we see on the field.
He's like a hitman. Now the center judge comes in to allow the Thunderwolves can substitute if they want to. And now Phil Vigil is irate with his defensive coaching staff because they didn't match on the play. Straight drop back by Johansson. He's got plenty of time. Goes over the middle. Caught, but good close. He's even breaking the tackle is Nolan. And he is close to the first down. He might have it.
He's going to be short by a yard.
Thunderwolves had a chance to get him, but they just couldn't get up on him. And now it's a very advantageous spot. The umpire tags. They move it forward.
They gave him a first down.
Man, oh man.
There's
what are they
no
doing
way.
out here?
First down for the Hard Rockers.
You don't mark it forward the half yard if he doesn't earn the first down. I can see why they do it sometimes when it's, in the middle of the field to play and it's by far first down. But when he doesn't get it, you don't mark it forward. Here's the handoff up the middle, and the Thunder will stuff it for a loss on the play. And on the stop for the Thunderwolves there, Lutu.
Coach Foskey, the defensive coordinator for Csu-Pueblo, is not going to be happy with his team's run defense today. Quite porous.
A lot of coaches on that sideline exercise down there. Second down and 10. Paul Plinsky's right in the middle of it. He's the football guy, though, Joe.
Yeah,
he played the game in college.
He likes all sports, but when he comes to talk to us, first thing he wants to talk football.
Second down and 10 from the 34. Bring a man in motion. Tight end resets out wide to the left. Play action. Good coverage. Down the field, and it is broken up at the last minute. Again, it's Bone. He got his hands on it just enough to deflect it out of the hands of the wide receiver, Hostin.
That ball almost landed in Hostin's lap, though, after the tip. Another key third down if you're Csu-Pueblo.
Well, they just converted 3rd and 11. Try to get them off here on 3rd and 10 from the 34-yard line. 28-14, Thunderwolves lead it. 6:31 to go here in the third quarter. Johansson, he has Harris on his right hip. Nolan out wide to the right. Steps up in the pocket, throws it to the safety valve. He's got some room, and he is going to be close to the first down. Looks like he has it. And with the extra effort, he does have it by more than a couple of yards, down to the 46-yard, up to the 46-yard line.
Everybody with their back turned.
Well, Harris was the safety valve. He came out, and he had plenty of room to operate.
Just a little delay throw, and there was nobody in front of him.
So another big third down conversion here for the Hard Rockers.
Yeah, these aren't just third down conversions. These are monsters.
Right, from double-digit yardage. Ball's at the 46-yard line. Down to 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 28-14. It's kind of an uneasy 14-point lead, though. Man in motion, resets on the left side. Looked like he's illegal in motion. He moved up the field, pass up the right sideline, incomplete. The officials, it's just an unwritten rule. You just don't call illegal motion anymore. These guys come in motion, they stop, and they move forward, and they're in motion toward the line of scrimmage. They just let it go.
Jordan Franklin off the nose there got held all the way into the backfield, and the referee's standing right there, and he's pointing to his jersey that he's got a handful of jersey. And he's so big that his jersey looks like a crop top.
Second down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Trips to the left. Fry shifts to the right side of the hip. He doesn't take the hand off. Johansson keeps it, and nice cut inside. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 45 down to the 42. Boy, made the Thunderwolf, I think it might have been Bone he made miss there on the right side.
Yeah, he just cut inside. Bone was going up the outside, and you're not going to arm tackle Jaden Johansson. He's too big. He's a big kid.
So it's 1st and 10 Hard Rockers. Remember, this drive started from their own 4-yard line after the interception. When the Thunderwolves had a chance to maybe put this game away in some respects, go up 3 touchdowns. Instead, now the Hard Rockers are in business at the 42-yard line of the pack. Trips to the left, single wide out right. Quarterback draw by Johansson, and he's taken down. Good stop there by the Thunderwolves. Big number 97, James Turrington, junior out of Elk Grove, California.
He slid off his blocker onto Johansson. He looked like one of those pickup men from the rodeo. He just got one and just slid right off onto the next one.
Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Taking a lot of time off the clock on this drive. We're down to 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 28-14. 2 backs in the backfield this time with Johansson. Now they send one in motion out to the left side. Fake it into the middle. Johansson looks over the middle. Here comes pressure. Looks like some holding in there. They let it get away. Here comes pressure down the middle. Caught! and a big hit. Ball separated, it's loose, and now they're going to call it an incomplete pass. What a hit by the Thunderwolves by Seidenberger. Just separated the man, and now we've got the quarterback was hit late. They're probably going to call roughing the passer on the Thunderwolves as Johansson is laid out on the field. So is one of the Thunderwolves linemen that was being held all the way on the play. And you can hear some of the Thunderwolves fans, you got to call the holding. You can hear some of the Hard Rocker fans yelling, get that guy out of here for laying out our quarterback. Obvious hold there. Now a flag comes down late. I think we're going to get a targeting call on the Thunderwolves late here on that hit on the receiver after they talked it over.
Anytime these officials have a chance to huddle, it's never good for either team.
It was a huge hit that separated Dawson Dunbar from the ball. That's why it came loose. No flag came out initially, but now the officials have conference, and the flag came out late. Could have 2 fouls on the defense here on the Thunder. I think we're going to get roughing the passer, and then I think we're going to get...
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 92, defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, targeting, number 47, defense. That penalty will be accepted. 15 yards to the previous spot, automatic first down. The play is under further review.
They're saying Gary Seidenberger.
Yeah, they're going to review the play now, and it's under review, and they may eject Seidenberger. That's why it's under review right now. If it is ruled targeting for sure, then they will eject Seidenberger. I think that's an automatic.
Well, and you can't afford to
Man.
eject the starting middle linebacker against this offense.
So now they conference out on the field while we're in this review. So now they're going to go over to the little pop-up tent down in the end zone to look this one over. I don't think they can negate the personal foul. What they can do is not call it targeting. I think they just turn it into an unnecessary roughness
against a defenseless receiver.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he hit the guy as he was trying to catch the ball. It wasn't like he was defenseless. He was trying to catch the ball.
So
Phil Vigil's not having any of this right now, and he knows that he's on the precipice of losing his starting linebacker.
Well, my whole thought is, why did it take you so long to throw the flag for targeting? Did somebody alert you to the fact to throw that flag? Because it came well after the play was over. They were attending to the quarterback and the injured Thunderwolf, and then they dropped the flag back here at the point of attack. Now, it was a vicious hit. It was a big-time hit. That separated the ball from the receiver,
and I think
Dunbar.
And I think the ground had as much to do with that, too, because he hit him so hard into the ground. Now, Corey McClellan, he's a senior. He's trying to understand from these officials what they saw. Going to be curious. They couldn't have put the replay tent any farther away.
Yeah, geez, it's out in the hinterlands.
It's 3 inches from Mount Rushmore. It's right under Lincoln's chin.
Yeah, we almost need a sideline reporter to find somebody to get a report to the sideline reporter to find out what's going on over there.
And Johansson was under duress the entire play, flushed out of the pocket.
Well, it should have been holding. The linemen for the Thunderbolts were being held. They were trying to escape to get to him. They didn't drop the holding call, but we haven't seen a holding call all day.
Not one. At least on any offensive lineman, not one time.
So they're still in video review here to decide whether they have to disqualify the freshman linebacker, Gary Seidenberger, for the hit on Dawson Dunbar. They aren't putting the replays up on the screen, so the officials are just looking at the tablet down in the end zone in the little pop-up tent. They do have their tent surrounded, so you probably get a little bit better look at the pictures.
Look at Charlie.
It looks like him and Phil Vigil are having a little conversation together, aren't
they? They've worked together, so they know each other. They have a history, and a good history. Phil Vigil really likes Charlie Moore. Floor, excuse me.
This is taking a long time to decide here.
Charlie Floor is not happy with whatever the linesman's telling him. You know, Csu-Pueblo, though, they do have a reputation coming in. They were one of the least most penalized teams in the country. And like you said, Jim, this is taking entirely way too long.
In real speed, I thought Seidenberger hit him with his arms, kind of gave him the old two-hander shove right to the chest. He didn't have, to me, it didn't look like he had his head down, targeting him in the sense of the word. Now, their helmets may have come together, which, you know, when you're colliding with somebody and the forces, physics tell you your head's going to hit once in a while. But if you're not intentionally targeting a guy with the crown of your helmet.
But Gary Seidenberger walking around telling everybody, if I'm out, you guys got to pick it up.
Still looking in the tent down to our left. So while that's all happening.
Think about a football field, and the ball's at the 25, and the tent is another football field away.
Yeah, it's over there on the far turn of the track. So what else is happening around the world of sports?
Well, there they come out. All three of them.
Okay. So now one's got to go explain it to Charlie Floor. One's got to explain it to Phil Vigil, and then the referee will explain it to everybody here in attendance. It looked like he gave the signal to his target. He put the old helmet to the side of the head. And now Seidenberger already knows he's on the bench. He knows he's gone. So he's been ejected.
Ruling on the field, the target has been confirmed. Number 47, Csu-Pueblo is disqualified for the remainder of the game.
Much to the delight of the partisans below us here.
That's a big loss for this defense.
Yes, exactly.
You know, to bring in Wild Germano, it'll be taking over his spot.
So now we got 4:08 to go here. It's first down for the Hard Rockers at the 25-yard line of the Thunderwolves. It's 28-14. Thunderwolves lead it.
Charlie Flores, because Jalen Johansson has to come. He has to leave. Doesn't he have to leave?
For a play, because he was being intended to. Yes,
he does.
And so that means Jake Martinelli will come into the game to run a play.
It'll just be one play because he got sideline assistance.
So Martinelli, he is a junior out of Scottsdale, Arizona. He has thrown a touchdown pass this year. 13 out of 20, has thrown 2 interceptions. My guess is he's going to hand it off here.
Yes.
Fry's on his left hip, and he's going to run play action. He's going to pass it down the middle, and it is almost caught, almost intercepted. Good thing he had enough air on that, got it over McClellan somehow, and fell off the hand of the wide receiver. And that's his one play. He comes out of the game. So that's having some confidence in your backup quarterback, taking a shot.
Well, and that might be part of the strategy. They think you're just going to hand it off, try and catch him napping, but he just threw it into double coverage. He's lucky it wasn't picked off.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line for South Dakota Mines. 28-14, Thunderwolves lead it. Double wide out right, single wide out left. The running back is Fry. He's on the left hip of Johansson. They bring the tight end in motion. Now he resets on the right side. Now they bring the other tight end across the formation. Fake it to him. Jet sweep fake up the middle. And it's Fry for about 4. Down to the 21. It'll bring up 3rd down now and 6. Another huge 3rd down. They've been very good in this drive on 3rd down.
You know what I like to see about that play, Jim, is Wild Germano was on the tackle. Okay, that's Gary Seidenberger's the replacement who came in.
Well, Wild, he's no slouch. He's a veteran of the ball club. Just got beat out by a freshman who's very good.
Now the middle of the field is going to be wide open for Johansson. You watch.
3rd and 6. Long count. Takes the snap. In pattern. Caught. 1st down inside the 10. Breaks a tackle down to about the 6. Still on his feet. They shove him forward. Almost down to the goal line. He's all the way down. They're going to say forward progress, though. Stopped at the 4. So that extra wave of attackers that pushed him forward, not going to get credit for those 2 yards, but it's 1st and goal at the 4.
1st and goal, Hard Rockers.
Max Hotzen on the grab.
They've done a great job throwing underneath all game long.
Trips to the right. Now we got all kinds of people in motion. Now they all reset, so they're legal. Now another man moves. They do a lot of pre-snap motion. Johansson takes the snap, fires to the goal line, broken up. Tried to get it to the tight end. Pretty good coverage that time by the Thunderwolves by Danye Dixon.
You know, it's good to see him back. He had that interception last week, and then he came off the field and didn't play the rest of the game.
So now it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Hard Rockers, remember they started this drive from their own 4-yard line.
Big Lucas Moran out of Pueblo West is in now for the Thunderwolves.
2 wideouts left, single wideout right here on 2nd down and goal. Fry the running back on the right hip. Now all the receivers shift toward the formation. Man to watch is Nolan. He's in the slot to the right side. They take the snap. They give it into the middle, and Thunderbolts stuff it. Good stop there by Guyton.
This is where you have to be disciplined as a defense because there was so much motion on that play. I wasn't sure where it was going to go.
No gain on the play, so it's 3rd and goal from the 4. Got to watch where the wide receiver Nolan, the touchdown maker, he scored 14 touchdowns on the year.
But he's got Eli Pittman on him on his hip.
Make it 15 because he has one in this game. There goes all my stuff on the ground. We'll pick that up later. Here on 3rd and goal. Straight drop back, pressure off the edge, pass out in the flat. It's gotten the defender fell down. It's a touchdown. Nushi had the coverage, but he tripped and fell. That allowed the running back Fry to get it on into the end zone for the touchdown.
Daniel Bone came on a safety blitz and missed him. Just didn't have enough time to get there.
They had the play diagnosed, but Nushi fell down. We got ourselves a ball game here late in the 3rd quarter. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up. Boy, he's almost blocked, but he got it through there somehow, and it is good. 1:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Got ourselves a ball game, 28-21 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Rapid City. Well, Joe, the analysis right now, Thunderwolves just way too many missed opportunities in this game to allow South Dakota Mines a chance.
Yeah, you play the entire first half on their side of the field and don't come away with the bigger lead. And in the second half, you have not adjusted at all to what the Hard Rockers have done offensively. And then you lose your starting middle linebacker to boot.
Yeah, it's going to be pertinent on the offense. 28 isn't going to be enough. I think we've established this. Need another touchdown, maybe a touchdown and a field goal, I think, to seal this game up. Because South Dakota Mines has proved they could score here in this game.
Well, that interception, they took that drive all the way from the 4-yard line.
Here's the kick. And Alsafar are going to let it hit in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, Thunderwolves in the first half when they were challenged, remember it was 14-7, they went right down the field, scored. Then when it was 21-14, they went down the field and scored. So they've answered both times that the Hard Rockers have cut it to a 1-touchdown game. See if they can do it a 3rd time here. So Thunderwolves take over from their own 25. Rakowski and Retzloff to the right. Cook is wide to the left. Russell is the running back in this set. Thunderwolves haven't been able to run the ball very good here today. Fuller takes a snap and gives it in the middle line to Russell. Breaks a tackle, trying to get outside. And he is taken down for a yard loss. Never could get going forward there. So not a very good start to this drive. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
I think he missed the hole. Yeah, I think he bounced it out too quick and it didn't let it develop.
Now they'll change the play call here. Fuller tried to draw him off. Now the Hard Rockers, they change their cadence along the line of scrimmage. Fake it to Russell, going to sprint the pocket to the left. Fuller now up the sideline looking for Rakowski, threw it too far. He had him, just overshot him. But rolling to your left and trying to throw it as a right-hander. It makes it a little difficult. Just a little too much air under it. So now it's 3rd and 11. This is the chance for the Hard Rockers on 3rd down to get off the field to give their offense a chance. It's a big moment in the ball game right here.
Huge.
Fans sensing that, they come to life. Here comes all the noise. Press coverage all across. Now Fuller will change the play call. Play clock down to 2. They got to hurry. They get it off just in time. Fuller sets, fires, in pattern, caught by Gravano, right at the sticks. I think he's going to be short about a foot, though. Let's see where they spot it. Earlier, we had the same situation for South Dakota Mines. They fudged it forward for a first down. Let's see if they do the same thing for the Thunderwolves.
Yes,
I think they did. So turnabout is fair play. He did not get there, Joe, and they give him the spot.
Well, we always say if the field's painted correctly, but this is turf, so.
So first down for the Thunderwolves at the 35-yard line. Bunch formation to left. There's trips there. Single wide out right. That's Retzlaff. They look left. Wide receiver screen to Cook. Gets up the sideline. He gets about 7 on the play. And now a flag comes down late. That might be on Rakowski carrying through on his block. Now they're signaling face mask, though, against South Dakota Mines. We had the same situation earlier in the first half, remember?
I do remember, and there is no incidental face mask. Same player.
Yep. And it's hands to the face.
Yep, same player.
So that marks it all the way down to the 44-yard line of the Hard Rockers. The play gains 7, add the 15 on the penalty. So now we're down to 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Thunderwolves don't have to run a play here. They could let time run out if they want to. Doesn't look like they're in any big rush. Now they set the offense. We'll see what happens here. Trips to the left, single wide out right. They are going to run a play. Play action. Going to go for it all to Retzlaff up the right sideline, and he's interfered with, but he almost caught it anyway. Here comes the flag. How could the official on the right not throw that, and the head linesman had to throw it from 30 yards away, and then the back judge throws it as well. Whoever the S judge is, he ignored it, and it was right in front of him.
The side judge did not. The back judge, they both called it, and the
guy that had the obvious call that could see it plain as day ignored it. I don't get it, Joe. I don't get it. But it turns out they get the penalty called anyway, but it's like the other two guys had to bail the other guy out.
Well, one of them found it. Well, and if he doesn't make pass interference there, Jimmy, Retzlaff catches the ball.
Yeah.
So
1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line. Clock stops with 7 seconds to go here in the quarter.
You know, the wind, what wind is blowing is kind of into him, don't you think?
Yeah, a little bit. Retzlaff wide to the right, trips to the left. They've been going with this same formation. They've got Retzlaff singled up. See if they just sprint him to the corner here. They come with the blitz. Fuller now steps up in the pocket. Now goes for it all into the end zone to Gravano. He can't get it. There's a flag. That's got to be interference, and it is. Interference going to be called on Tyree Beasley.
Now that's a good call as well because he was riding him all the way down.
So they're saying 15, but it's got to be half the distance because the line of script. Well, let's see, on interference, so they can go the full 15.
Yes, they can, but it was at the 30. Well, it was at the 29.
So now it's going to be at the 14.
Right.
That's the one penalty that isn't half the distance. If it occurs in the end zone or inside the 15, then they mark it at the 2. Dvorak and Lucky who come into the ball game, both tight ends, a heavy package. They bring a couple wide receivers out, Gravano and Rakowski. 1 second to go here in the quarter. Thunderwolves do have to run a play because the result of that play was an incomplete pass, even though it was interference. Russell is the running back on the right hip of Fuller. And they're going to fake the reverse Statue of Liberty fake. Wide open is Lucky Do to the goal line. Touchdown! Oh, some nifty faking there on the final play of the third quarter. And Lucky Do is the recipient of the pass.
You want creativity, Cervi? There's your creativity. You know who made that play was Chance Fuller.
Yeah.
But that was sort of Favre-esque where he just kind of kept the ball on his hip and rolled, and then Luckadoo wide open.
Yeah, the old Statue of Liberty look there. We just kind of stand like a statue in the backfield and then let everybody run by you, then turn, and Lucky Do wide open. He got hit at the goal line, but you're not going to get that guy down one-on-one. So, again, the Thunderbolts answer with a touchdown when they need it.
You know, that's 6'6", 250 with the ball down there.
Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. That is the final play of the third quarter. It's a good one for the Thunderbolts. They lead it 35-21. Back with the fourth quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
35-21. Thunderwolves on top. The scoreboard actually has the Hard Rockers with 121 points, Joe. That would be a record.
Wow, they're good. They're good.
Well, Lucky Do, his first touchdown catch of the year, his second of his career, but only his third catch of the year. But, man, what a beautiful play. And you mentioned Fuller with just the faking he did on the play.
It was just one of those, you have to carry that out all the way because there were two fakes on there. You fake the jet sweep, then you hold it up, you fake the play action of the running back, and he had the ball down by his side. And then by the time everybody knew who still had the ball, Luckadoo was wide open. He got, like you said, he got picked up at the 1 yard line, but he's 6'6", 250. You know, you're going to fall forward for a yard there.
Yeah, the only thing you worry about there is don't fumble.
But look at Csu-Pueblo gets penalized. They get their middle linebacker ejected, and then they take advantage of 45 yards of penalties in that drive.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was the interference drive.
Yeah.
Low line drive kick this time, and it goes out of bounds.
Yep, not a good
so
kick.
That'll give the Hard Rockers the ball at the 35-yard line.
Not Evan Lyon's best kick.
Yeah, just pull hook that one. Snapped it into the woods. A little snipe shot. You're familiar with that one, right? You snipe one once in a while.
Yeah, more than once in a while, Jim. I made a living out of hooded 6-irons this year to get out of trouble.
I'm not a hooker. I hit that push fade once in a while. That drives me nuts.
Well, I was taught right to left, high, Kenny Lewis, draw. And sometimes it turns into a shot down the line.
Now, I've heard through the grapevine as well, they don't. There's a couple listeners that don't like us talking golf.
Well, they can.
But, that's our prerogative. We can do it all we want here. In between plays. Now we're back to the action. 1st and 10 Rockers from the 35. They're going to give it around the left side. Thunder will stuff it. And I think that was Cody ramming in run support that time to make the stop. No gain on the play. Cody doesn't get a lot of tackles in run support. Only has on the year, make it 17 tackles with that one, but he does have 5.5 sacks. That's where he earns his keep. And he and Scipio are poised this time. Scipio on the right, ramming on the left this time. Here on 2nd and 10. Man in motion. That's Nolan. Got to watch him. Play action. Straight drop back. Nolan streaking down the middle of the field. And it is caught by Nolan.
Oh, my.
Inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line. How that ball was not picked off, I have no idea.
By 2 Thunderwolves.
And it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. So the Hard Rockers right back in business. That ball should have been intercepted. And you can hear doors slamming and things being thrown by the coaches. You can still hear a lot of banging going on out there. 1st and 10 now at the 32-yard line for the Hard Rockers. Send a man in motion. That's the tight end. They're going to run the ball up the middle. A good opening across the 25. Cut across the 20. Inside the 15. Down to the 13-yard line. Ty Harris. So the Hard Rockers doing what they need to do to get right back in the ball game. Well, I knew 28 wasn't going to be enough for the Thunderwolves. I'm not so sure 35 is right now, the way the Hard Rockers are moving it down the field here.
Well, that big play just sucks the life out of you. You know, you think you got him wrapped up, and you think you got the play bracketed, and they complete it.
So ball at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hard Rockers. Thunderbolts lead it 35-21. Nolan in motion to the right side of the formation. Play action. They look over the middle. Nothing there. Flushed out of the pocket. Here comes Johansson to the right. He's going to run it, makes a fake, and he gets up the sideline inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. He somehow avoided Nushi coming up on him. But he's nifty. He's got good feet.
And that's when you're a linebacker. You got to let up because you can't hit the guy.
Gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6 from the 9-yard line.
He was locked on to Nolan the whole time, and he was in double coverage.
From the 9-yard line.
So Johansson now has 2 backs in the backfield. One of them, though, is the wide receiver, Nolan. Harris goes in motion to the right side. He resets. Now Nolan will go in motion to the left. So it's an empty backfield here for Johansson. Quarterback draw. He's going to run it inside the 10, inside the 5 to the goal. He's blasted down right at the goal line. What a hit by McClellan. And now check the condition of Johansson. What a shot he took right there.
Well, it's 1st and goal now.
Johansson looks like he's all right. He's limping a little bit. What a smashing hit by McClellan right at the goal line to prevent the touchdown. So 1st and goal for the Hard Rockers. Clock running, 11:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 35-21. Send a man in motion. That's Harris to the left side. Empty backfield for Johansson. Straight drop back. He looks right. Passes right and out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Nolan. He and Guyton, or Dixon rather, are jawing. And now a flag comes out. We're going to get a personal foul on Dixon. He just carried it out a little bit too far. He and Nolan were jawing at each other. And then Dixon just wouldn't give it up. And the official ticketed with a personal foul. And now, of course, as you might expect, Philip Vigil lights into him. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. Makes it 1st and goal from the half-yard line.
You know, he's a transfer from UNLV, and sometimes when those Division I guys come here, they get away with a little bit more at that level.
Man in motion. High snap, but it's handled. Pump fake. Now trying to get away. Johansson just lobs it into the end zone. It's incomplete. Had his hands on it, but the wide receiver unable to handle it.
Flag far side. They might have been
offside on the Thunderwolves preliminary signal. So both defenses not their best friends here in this second half, in this 4th quarter in particular. Well, I guess it was late 3rd quarter for the Thunderwolves. Offside on the pack.
Cody Ramming lining up in the neutral zone is basically what they're saying.
So now from the half-yard line, where is it now, Joe? To the 1-foot line, I guess.
The nose of the football.
The fictional
but
1-foot line.
Johansson at 6'4", you don't put him under center.
Did I just make up a word? Fictional? Fictional.
I think fictional. We can make that work.
Okay. 1st and goal. Into the middle and right to the goal line. Touchdown. Ty Harris on the carry. He didn't get much into the end zone, but he got enough. He broke the plane, and the Hard Rockers are back within a touchdown.
John Nushi met him at the goal line, thought he kept him out. Head linesman said, nope, you got in.
It's now all-important extra point try here by Taylor. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. We got 11:31 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's a 1-score game again. Thunderbolts lead it 35-28 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Kickoff going to sail into the end zone, so the Thunderwolves will start from their own 25-yard line. Well, this will be the 4th time now the Thunderwolves have had the ball following a Hard Rocker score to draw the game within a touchdown. So far, they're 3 for 3. Can they make it 4 for 4?
Well, for their defense's sake, they better.
Yeah.
CSU Pueblo's defense has been very generous these last few possessions.
Yeah, I just get the feeling you're going to need one more touchdown, one more field goal. You got to need points of some kind here to seal this game.
Uncharacteristically generous.
Here's Martinez up the middle, and he's hit down after a gain of about 3.
Martinez on the carry.
And the Thunderwolves, if you think, well, let's run some clock here, run the ball a little bit, they haven't been able to run the ball very effectively today. It's all been through the air for the most part.
Well, and I think this is where you're starting to see that 7 season-ending injuries of the offensive line take its toll.
Yeah, because you have no depth to be running guys in and out here. 2nd down and 7 from the 28-yard line. Give the ball up the middle to Martinez, and he's hit after a gain of about 3.
Almost looks like he got hit by his own guy.
Yeah, he ran into a brick wall, and it was us.
Yeah, he spun.
So now it sets up a huge 3rd down here. 3rd down and 3. They spotted at the 32-yard line. With 10:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 35-28. Here comes the noise. Here comes the blitz. Pass away. Caught up the sideline by Rakowski. Fuller paid a price. He got hit as he threw the ball, but he makes a completion and a strike to Rakowski.
How quick was that throw? And it needed to be. Fuller took a shot, looking at the ref saying, hey, I know you don't call roughing this way, but I'm...
Yeah, his back and his ribs took a little shot on that one.
Yep.
1st and 10, Thunderwolves, 42-yard line. Fuller takes the snap, gives it to Martinez up the middle, hits his way in there, and gets forward for about 3. Well, let's see where they spot. They're going to spot at the 45. It's only a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Down to 9:55 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's too soon to be doing clock watching, I guess.
Oh, way too soon. A lot of game left.
Need some points still. 2nd down and 8. Thunderwolves now will change the play call.
You know, Reggie Retzlaff in single coverage now. Maybe lulling him to sleep just a little bit.
Dvorak's also had a big day. He lines up on the right hip of the right tackle. He's in pass protection this time, though. They're going up the sideline for Retzlaff. And he makes the adjustment and makes the catch. What an over-the-shoulder grab at the 20-yard line. Retzlaff doing his best Willie Mays impression there. Joey just kind of let it drop into his lap.
Yeah, Jaron Allen said he was bobbling the ball. I don't know if he's the freshman corner they were going to go after, but they did on that play.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10, CSU Pueblo.
What a grab. What a pass. And Retzlaff just continuing his wizardry at wide receiver. Fuller sends Dvorak in motion to the right side. Low snap, but it's handled. They look down the middle, fired into the end zone, incomplete. Man took a shot there. That's almost hitting a defenseless receiver. And Cook is looking, how did I take that shot, Mr. Referee?
Yeah, Phil Vigil is not liking the double standard when it comes to defenseless receivers.
Yeah, that's
getting
exactly.
blocked.
That's the ultimate definition of defenseless receiver. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. They show blitz here. This puts a lot of pressure on offense when you take that shot on 1st down. 2nd and long becomes a critical play here. And they are going to run a reverse, trying to get around the edge to Cook. He does turn the corner, but here comes the pursuit, and they knife him down at about the 18-yard line. Big-time stop there coming over Caleb Tischler.
And Cookie took one right in the thigh.
And he's out of bounds at the 19, so all that running for a gain of a yard.
Forced out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
So now 3rd and 9 for the Thunderwolves. You're in field goal range, but as we all know, field goals are never a given.
3rd down and 9.
You don't want to take a sack of any kind here.
19-yard line.
Now Thunderwolves going to have to take it. Well, now they're going to bring the center judge into Thunderwolves substitute. They're going to have to take a timeout here. Now the Thunderwolves do get that timeout. Thunderwolves with that late substitution that allowed South Dakota Mines to match. They couldn't match in time, but the play clock running down, Thunderwolves have to take the timeout. So we'll keep it here.
Might not have been a bad timeout.
Yeah.
You know, that might be the one that they need to slow things down just a little bit.
And we'll see what they elect to do here, Joe. This is kind of it's a dangerous call. You want to ensure you get that field goal attempt, but you still want to put your foot on the gas pedal, get a touchdown, but by doing that, you're risking stuff here.
Well, I think you need a touchdown, don't you? I mean,
yeah.
Plus, you got to get your defense off the field a little bit here.
We're down to 8:13 to go here in the fourth quarter.
But 2 scores up is 2 scores up, no matter how you add it up.
We'll see how South Dakota Mines plays it here. What kind of defensive call do they sell out and try to go after Fuller? Try to sack him. Try to push the Thunderwolves back and make it a longer field goal. Remember, Willig has missed a 49-yarder today, right?
Well, it was it was
his
just a
longest
push.
on the year is 43.
He's got the leg. We know that.
Right now, it would be a 36-yard attempt if its play goes nowhere.
Wind is definitely freshening with the Thunderwolves, so it'd be at the Thunderwolves back. Guessing that would be coming from the east, an easterly wind.
Yep.
It's hard when you don't know which way you're facing, but I believe we're facing due north.
Oh, long time out here. Makes me wish we'd taken one of our breaks there, but I thought they might be one of those 30-second variety because we're not in the media window.
I wanted third quarter stats, too.
Still everybody conferencing. The RMAC timeout guy is not on the field. I don't know why we're having such a delay here. Now the referees break their little confab up. They may be discussing dinner reservations afterwards. So now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Pack from the 19-yard line. It's 35-28. Thunderwolves lead the ball game. 8:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bunch formation to the right. Trips to the right. Single wide out left. That's Retzlaff. He's in single coverage. There's no deep safety help here. It looks like this is tailor-made for a post pattern to Retzlaff is what I go with here. That's what it looks like the defense calls for. Fuller with the long count. Now they change the play call up. Well, there is no safety help on the inside if you go to Retzlaff here.
There could be a dump off to Keon Martinez, too.
He goes in motion to the right side.
Now there's not.
They look right. They fire right to Martinez. He makes the grab, turns the corner. He's close to the first down. Where is the spot at the 11? He is a yard short.
Yeah, Jim, he slipped. He's actually at the 12.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 4th and 2. So now you send the field goal unit in. 4th and 2. It'd be a 29-yard attempt. You got to kick the field goal. Got to get points here.
Bad angle, though.
That does add into it. Boy, it looked like it was going to be the right play, but Martinez, as Joe mentioned, as he turned the corner, he just slipped. Feet went out from under him. He dived forward, but spotted at the 12. If they'd have spotted it at the 11, you might go for it on 4th and 1, but 4th and 2, got to try the field goal. This is what you call for here. Willig. Now we've got a timeout by the Thunderwolves as the play clock had run out. So the Thunderwolves.
But why not just take the 5 yards?
I might just take the 5 yards there.
It'd be still a chip shot field goal.
So instead of, do you think a 34-yard attempt is that much worse than a 29-yard attempt? I guess in the minds of Phil Vigil, yes, we're going to take it. But now that's one less timeout. You're only down to one timeout. So if disaster should happen, you only have that one late in the game. Phil Vigil still jawing at the refs out there on the field. I'm guaranteed he's hearkening back to that shot that Cook took at the goal line after the pass sailed over his head.
I wonder if coaches ever say, look, I know we're on the road here, and I know you all live in the area, but can you?
Yeah.
Because I know I would do that.
Yeah, you've gone out of your way to kick one of our guys out. Now, one of our guys gets hit. That's the ultimate definition of a defenseless receiver, is what happened to Cook. So now the Thunderwolves break. They come out to try this field goal. From the right hash mark, it'll be a 29-yard attempt. Ball will be placed at the 19. Willig on the year, 6 for 9, kicking field goals. Ball's down, kick is up. No good, he pushed it. Shoved it straight right, no good. And that's the result of having to kick from that right hash mark, Joe. The bad angle, he just did not account for that. And he shoved it straight right. And the field goal no good. And now South Dakota Mines with the ball with 7:37 to go in the game. Only down a touchdown.
So where you got to call on that defense, you put pressure on early. Now, the one thing I want to see Coach Foskey and the Thunderwolves do now is turn up the pressure. Don't play in that prevent. Don't sit back and let him pick you apart. Go get him.
Well, Willig, he's had a fabulous kicking year, but he's missed 2 in this game. And that one, 29 yards. Got to have it. Now the defense got to bail him out. Johansson, straight drop back. Little in pattern, and it's caught for a gain of about 4. Pass caught on the play by Max Hodson.
Keith McCaney on the coverage was in good position, but just shielded by the ball, by the body.
2nd down and 6 from the 24-yard line. Thunderwolves defense, they've been on the field a lot in this ball game. How much do they have left in the tank here? South Dakota Mines, they have to be jazzed right now after getting that stop. They felt coming in, this was the year. They were finally going to get the big bad Thunderwolves. And they hand it off, and it's blown up. Oh, no, they do keep it. Boy, it's a good thing he did keep it. He still loses yards on the play. Any way you slice it, Joe, that play was a disaster.
Yeah, that was great penetration from that defensive front. Finally, they've been held at bay pretty much the second half.
Johansson loses a yard. If he had handed it off, it would have lost 3. They're lucky they didn't fumble it with all that contact in the backfield there. So 3rd down now and 7. They've been great in this second half on 3rd down, have been the Hard Rocks. Thunderwolves have had numerous opportunities to get off the field, have not been able to do it. Can they do it here on this play? Clock running, 6:20 to go. It's 35-28, Thunderwolves with the lead. Johansson brings a man in motion. That's the big tight end, Dryden. Takes the snap. Here comes pressure off the edge. They got him! Blind side, hit ball comes loose. And they say he is down. How can he be down?
Daniel Bone destroyed Yaden Johansson. Hit him so hard he took the J off his name. He's Yaden Johansson now.
That's when I want to go to review. What are they saying caused the fumble? The ground?
They said he was down and then the ball came out.
Oh, my goodness. Any way you slice it, though, Thunderwolves get the sack they needed.
Again, blindside blitz from Daniel Bone. It's the second time today he's done that.
Here's the snap. Left-footed punt is away. Good spiraling kick. Sends Cook back all the way back to his 38-yard line. Trying to get forward. Knifes across the 40, 45, 50. Tries to get to the corner. Taken down at the 49-yard line. Good saving tackle there for the Hard Rockers by Eli Bowman, the junior out of Brighton High School in Brighton, Colorado.
Still a 15-yard return when you need it most and you're at midfield on the road with the lead with only 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, you talk about that 4-minute offense you need. Well, there's a little bit more than 4 minutes, so there's 5:34, but 2 first downs is what you need here for the Thunderwolves. Probably almost 3, really. They have their 3 timeouts left. What you'd really like to do is just score, take all doubt out of it. So the ball's at midfield. Double wide out to each side. The ball's on the right hash. Russell is the running back, bringing Dvorak in motion. They give it to Russell up the middle, puts his head down, bangs forward. Second effort gets him down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 6. That's a good first down run right there.
Again, a different kind of runner than Keon Martinez. Howard Russell is physical.
And you notice they didn't mess around that time. They just went straight ahead.
Yeah, no traps, just go.
This is when you just got to trust man on man and just move the pile. Sometimes you start pulling people, it leaves a gap for a defensive lineman to sprint through there into the backfield and make a stop. Here, if you just put the man on a man, power forward. 2nd down and 4. They show blitz. Play action. Fuller going to keep it. Now he throws it, and it's caught by Dvorak. He gains maybe a yard on the play.
Tackle made by Jacob Schwab.
Fuller for a moment thought he might run it, but instead he elected to pass it. It's only a gain of a yard, so now it brings up 3rd down and 3.
Well, Hunter Newsom did a great job there. He didn't let the tight end get loose.
So now, 4.5 minutes to go. Thunderbolts lead it 35-28. 3rd down and 3. Ball resting with the back nose of the football on the 43-yard line. They need the 40 for the first down. Double wide out right, single wide out left. Russell the lone back. They bring Cook in motion across the formation. Give it to Russell. Breaks the tackle, but then he's taken down by the ankle at the 41, a yard short. Man, he looked like he was going to score for a moment there, Joe, but he got tripped up at the last minute. So now it's 4th and 1. You got to go for it here for the Thunderbolts.
Well, it shows what kind of faith you have in your defense. If you do, it's 1 yard with 3:50 to go. You get this, you all but seal the game. You don't, you give them a short field.
Only problem is Thunderbolts, they don't go up under center here. You're going to have to run it from the gun. South Dakota Mines are going to sell out here. To me, the play is a little wide receiver flip out to the right flat, even though it's press coverage. Fuller takes the snap. He give it to Russell up the middle. He is stopped short of the first down. That's why you don't run it there.
He actually lost a yard.
South Dakota Mines selling out there. When you're in the gun or the pistol and you try to run it, you just give them that time for penetration.
Sometimes that football machismo says, we're just going to take it right at you.
That's why I thought the play, they had trips to the right that time. I thought they for sure were going to throw a wide receiver screen to either Rakowski or Cook. Now, South Dakota Mines with 3:25 to go in the game, down a touchdown with the ball at the 42-yard line. Missed opportunities throughout this game by the Thunderwolves. Sounds ludicrous to say when you have 35 on the board, but man, you could have 60 on the board. They show blitz off the edge. They hand it off up the middle, and only a couple yards on the play.
You know, that play right there is just to set up the next two.
2nd down and 8 from the 44-yard line.
We got to keep an eye on number 5. Where's Ben Nolan going to be?
He's lined up in the slot to the left. Hotzen is wide to the left. Here on 2nd and 8. Thunderwolves only going to rush 4. They're going to hand the ball off again on the Thunderwolves with great penetration, and they knife through there and take Fry down. Flag comes down.
Well, that might be a hold.
There is a flag on the field.
And they are pointing at the Hard Rockers.
Yeah, I think it was a...
Well, now they point back at the Thunder. What's going on here? The initial point was at the Hard Rockers.
Well, Phil Vihill's out. He's on the field saying, wait a minute.
Decision to be made here now. Do you make it 3rd down and 8, or do you make it 2nd down and 18? Ooh. Oh. That's even worse, Joe. Dead ball foul, personal foul against the Hard Rockers on their left guard, Trevor Griffin. 15-yard mark off, but more importantly, it's now 3rd down, back at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, this is where you got to go into that turtle defense, a little bit of hard shell, keep everything in front of you.
That explains why the flag came out so late. So 3rd and 24. 2:40 to go. Hard Rockers do have all 3 of their timeouts here. And there comes the pressure, and they've got him at Scipio with the sack. Back at the 24-yard line. And Johansson, he's trying to wave the special teams off the field. He wants to go for it,
but he's also their punter, and I don't think he can punt.
Okay, but there's no way to go for it. You're going to punt it here and try to use your timeouts.
But I think their backup punter, I think that's what he was waving over.
Here's the punt. Spiraling kick. Cook calls fair catch and takes it at the 30-yard line. So 2:03 to go. Joe Cervi going to exit stage left and make his way down to the field for our Rustler Implement postgame show. Hopefully he's not down there on the field talking to me in overtime, which could happen if the Thunderbolts don't get a first down here. They've had all kinds of opportunities to seal this game up today or make it a lot easier, but their defense comes up with a huge stand when they needed it there.
First and 10, Csu-Pueblo from the row 30-yard line.
Ball at the 30-yard line. Double tight end set. They're both lined up on the right side. Unbalanced that direction. And they're going to hand the ball off to Martinez. Bangs his way forward. He gets out to the 34-yard line. Gains 4. Second down and 6. Timeout on the field taken by the Hard Rockers. So this will be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. Well, early on in the game when it was 14-0, the Thunderwolves, just like they were having their way with things. Looked like it was going to be an easy day. Well, it's been anything but easy here today. Take a look at some scores from around the country. Air Force still trailing Army 23-3 in the third quarter. Utah over Arizona State 34-3. Georgia leads Missouri 10-7. Oklahoma State over Oklahoma 14-7. Penn State leads Maryland 14-7. Louisville over Virginia Tech 14-0. East Carolina leads Tulane 10-0. Finals from earlier in overtime, Texas defeats Kansas State 33-30. Clemson, well, everybody was on Dabo Swinney's case this week. Well, he answered them with a victory today as they defeat Notre Dame 31-23. Ole Miss late defeats Texas A&M. Wild game there 38-35. Ohio State unblemished, number 1 ranked team in the country. They win 35-16. We'll have all the scores from around the country, plus our post-game show interviews and highlights. That all comes your way in the post-game show here on Fox Sports Pueblo. Back to the field. 2nd and 6 for the Thunderwolves. A first down wins the ball game for them. And they give the ball up the middle to Martinez. He knifes his way forward for about 3. He's out to the 37. Another timeout taken by the Hard Rockers. So it's going to set up 3rd down and 3 now for the Thunderwolves. We continue our scores from around the country. Tennessee defeated UConn 59-3. Everything else today is under the lights. Division II scoreboard. Let's go to the RMAC first, see what we have brewing there. And again, I've got the signal. It says no internet, so our internet's down. It's been in and out here, our wireless, all day. So now it'll let me to update the Division II scoreboard. Luckily, our internet has been good, our hardwired version. After a few little problems when we first got here, they couldn't get things working, but finally they got it turned around and got us hooked up, which saved a lot of stress. Thunderwolves facing 3rd down and 3 now. They lead the game 35-28, a minute 53 to go. First down wins it. They don't make the first down. They got to punt it to the high-powered South Dakota Mines offense. And their quarterback, who's a good one, Jaden Johansson. Thunderwolves on 3rd and 3. Will they risk throwing a pass here? Everybody along the line of scrimmage. They fake the jet sweep. They hand it off to Martinez. He's got the first down. Rumbers across the 45 to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. And that will do it. Being led out here on the left side for the Thunderwolves, the big tackle, Domingo Prince II, the sophomore out of Cherry Creek. He was the escort that time for Martinez. Banged him across the 45 all the way out to the 48. It's a first down. And the Hard Rockers are down to 1 timeout left. Clock rolls. Thunderwolves can just let this all run out. It's kind of a moot point right now. Thunderwolves could go into victory formation. They don't even have to run a play. Even though the South Dakota Mines did not take their time out there, math tells you go into victory formation, although the Thunderwolves are not in victory formation. I question this. You don't want any kind of ball handling. They give it to Martinez up the middle. Get on the turf. They're just trying to rip the ball out of him, as you might expect now. Hard Rockers do take their last time out with 1:04 to go. I know it's a high percentage play, handing the ball off, but the only way you can get beat there is fumbling the football. So now it's 2nd down and 6, but there's only 1:04 to go. No timeouts left. So you run a play, victory formation, takes 40 seconds off the clock. 3rd down, take a knee. It's over. That's why I'm saying they didn't need to run a play there. It was a little risky. All right. Don't panic, Jim. Don't panic. I'm just up here reporting the math. I see Rock's listening to the game today on his little doggy radio back there in Pueblo. We appreciate that. We'll see Rock on Thursday night. It'll be the final Phil V. Hill show of the year next Thursday. Brought to you by Rustler Implement. They also sponsor our post-game interviews after the ball game.
On the 48-yard line.
Thunderbolts now in victory formation. They run victory formation from the gun. Fuller takes the snap, takes a knee. No timeouts left. Under a minute to go. There's Joe turning on the sideline mic, so we know that works. That's always a good sign. It's coming through loud and clear.
3rd down and 9. Thunderbolts.
So the Thunderbolts will take the knee one more time. And we'll get up on out of here for our game coverage. Knee is taken by Fuller. That'll do it. Thunderbolts win it 35-28. Stay tuned for the Rustler Implement postgame show. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderwolves postgame show. Rustler Implement, your tractor headquarters in southern Colorado. Locations in Pueblo as well as Rocky Ford. They sponsor the Phil V. Hill interview at the end of the ball game. Joe Cervi's down on the field. We're still awaiting Phil to finish the handshake line. And he'll make his way over here shortly. Joe always corrals a guest as well. So Thunder will survive here. Man, what a wild game it turned out to be. But the Pack win it 35-28. And we'll see what Phil V. Hill's thoughts are about it. He's out there, a little extended conversation with the head coach. That's a friend of his. He and Charlie Floor, they go way back to their Northwest Missouri State days. So they're having a little extra little talk. Now Phil starting to make his way across the field. Gets congratulated from the athletic director, Paul Plinsky, and he gives him a big hug. Sure he appreciated that one. That was a hard-fought win there today for the Thunderwolves. Looks like Dvorak is going to be our post-game guest as well. We're ready to go down to the field. Let's go down to Joe Cervi.
All right, down here with head coach Phil V. Hill. We talk about ebbs and flows all the time. This game was Mr. Ebb and Mrs. Flow.
Yeah, there was proud of our guys' fight. You know, they didn't give up. It's a hard trip to come out here. That's a very good football team that we just faced on senior night. They were emotional. And, man, credit to our guys. They made plays when they had to. And when we needed it the most, we found a way. And proud of these guys today. They always don't have to be pretty as long as you get that win.
You took advantage of a lot of opportunities early. Looked like it was going to be quick, and then all of a sudden their offense that you knew coming in was going to be tough. It was sort of one of those games where you just had to make the last play.
Yeah, you know, credit to Coach Floor and his staff. They do such a good job offensively, moving guys around and creating mismatches. And but again, when we needed it the most, fourth quarter, they had the opportunity to go and tie the game, 3 and out. And our defense did a fantastic job. When they needed it the most, they came up big.
And your playmakers continue to make plays.
Always. The big ones, the good ones, find a way to make plays in big games, and those guys did that today. So couldn't be more proud of our staff, couldn't be more proud of this team, and finding a way to get this one done. That's a gritty win right there.
Congratulations, Coach. Let's bring in Scipio. Gets a sack late to seal the deal for this Thunderwolves team. Talk about the pressure you guys had early and then late. It seemed like in the middle it was a little bit different, but early pressure, late pressure seemed to be the difference.
Yeah, the mindset has been bend, don't break, and I just got to give all the credit to our coaches to put us in positions to win. At halftime, you know, they came up, talked to us, made the adjustments that they needed to. You know, we were getting attacked some ways, like Coach V. Hill was saying. They were moving around a lot. They weren't allowing our strengths to be really shown today, and I just got to give credit to where credit's due, and that's all of our coaches making their adjustments and setting us up for plays. We just got to go out there and execute.
feel like you guys got up 14-0 before it was 12 minutes to go in the first quarter? Did you feel like, well, now we have some breathing room, or did you just try and keep that pressure up?
Our team has had a little history of starting hot, and I know that it never got to our head. We got up, we had good juice, but good teams will chip away at you, and that's what this team did. And we didn't let it get to us, but we just stuck in there and did what we had to.
Talk about that last sack of the game that kind of sealed the deal. It's one of those finally sacks.
Yeah, well, you just got to put your head down and go to work, and just know that the play is going to come your way. You got to be a great teammate first and foremost. You can't look at your own stats. You got to be about the team and be for your brothers, and that's what I was, and it came to me.
All right, congrats on the defense. Let's bring in offensive player. There were a lot of stars in the game. We joked on the radio that if you're from Cherry Creek High School and you play tight end, you better be a good one. Talk about the day the offense and repping the tight ends today.
Well, it was a great day for our offense on some facets. Last year we didn't really use our tight ends, so it's been great to finally change that and utilize big bodies in the passing game. So just getting our opportunities and finally getting a chance to shine. It's been nice.
We should probably introduce this to Tyler Dvorak, the tight end out of Cherry Creek High School in Denver. Talk about your touchdown catch.
Well, I saw the call, looked at the coverage, and I knew it was going to be a touchdown. Chance threw a great ball, and credit to him, credit to the O-line for blocking, man. It was a great play call, and yeah.
And then your roommate Curtis gets one too. I'm sure you was happy as he was.
Oh, I was very happy. I told him today at breakfast that me and him are both going to score today, and they called that play. I knew it was going to be a touchdown, so very happy for him. Very awesome that the tight ends get some love in the passing game.
Now, this is your first trip down here, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Been being nicer ride home this way.
Oh yeah, it feels way better with a win.
All right, congratulations, Tyler Dvorak. Jim, back upstairs.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe Cervi, and once again we thank Rustler Implement for sponsoring our post-game interviews, all part of our Thunderwolves post-game show. Thunderwolves win it 35-28. We've got highlights. They come your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City, South Dakota. Thunderwolves win the ball game 35-28. Dean Edens has been our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football, and he's got all the highlights for the Thunderwolves scoring plays queued up. Let's get right to it. Thunderwolves first big play of the game. They hit one down the sideline to Retzloff. It set up this crazy play for a touchdown. He's got it inside the 40. Down and fumble the football. It's picked up over the Thunderwolves. Cook has it. Down the sideline. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
Well, that's a bad play, good play, great play.
Retzloff had the ball knocked loose after he caught it, but Cook was right there to scoop it up, take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Just like that, Thunderwolves on the board. And it was one of the craziest plays you were ever going to see, and like again, Retzloff had it, and he had the ball punched loose, and Cook right there just to scoop it up. A scoop and score offensive style. Extra point was good. Thunderwolves led it 7-0. They didn't waste any time. They come right back with another score. Martinez the back, and they give it to Keon around the right side. Tries to turn the corner, breaks a tackle, turns the corner, inside, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. What a run by Martinez.
He had a sliver of daylight and turned it into 6 points.
Well, they sealed that edge, and then Keon, he just made a beeline for the end zone, right along, parallel to the line of scrimmage, Joe, but when he turned the corner, it was straight on into the end zone.
Well, they got a kick-out block from the tight end, and Senan Chapel pinched in, and there was a sliver of daylight for Keon Martinez.
Extra point was good, made it 14-0 Thunderwolves at that point. Had a couple of other opportunities to extend the lead, not able to get it done. Finally, South Dakota Mines offense came to life. They score a touchdown as Nolan goes 7 yards, or caught a 7-yard pass from Johansson. The extra point was good, made it 14-7, but it was what the Thunderwolves did all day long. They were able to answer with the score of their own. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. End zone shot, Dvorak! Touchdown!
The tight end catching it like a big receiver.
High pointed it beautifully. That was a mismatch, and Fuller threw it in the only place he could to get the touchdown, Joe. Beautiful toss, beautiful grab.
You know, that was a great catch by a tight end. You know, his high school coach was a pretty good tight end, in Dave Logan.
Yes.
when you're from Cherry Creek and you're a tight end, you better be schooled well. And Tyler Dvorak right there was a great catch.
Great play by Dvorak, one of our star of the game interviews. Made it 21-7 after the extra point. But South Dakota Mines able to answer. They come right back down the field. This time it was Dryden catching a 20-yard pass from Nolan, the wide receiver, on the old option pass. They pitched it to Nolan. He ran around the right side, then just kind of lobbed it toward the goal line, and Dryden able to haul it in, take it on into the end zone, made it 21-14. That was with 2:18 to go in the first half. Looked like South Dakota Mines was going to go into the locker room only down a score. Well, the Thunderwolves had other ideas. So now it'll be third down for the Thunderwolves. 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line with 46 seconds to go. We got everything. We got a train off in the distance going by. We got all the horns honking. A lot of adversity here for the offense to overcome on 3rd and 5. Fuller takes the snap. Here comes pressure. Goes down the middle for Retzlaff. He's got it in the clear, and he's got a touchdown. What a grab by Retzlaff. What a pass by Fuller.
Straight seam route to the house.
And Retzlaff, I mean, it's an incredible grab. It wasn't a simple pass. It was just a streak right up the hash mark. And the Thunderwolves able to take the lead into the locker room, led it 28-14 at that point. But South Dakota Mines, to their credit, they never went away in this ball game. They come back, they get a touchdown to make it 28-21. But the Thunderwolves then, when they needed a score late, they were able to get another score late. Straight drop back, pressure off the edge, pass out in the flat. It's gotten the defender fell down. It's a touchdown. Nushi had the coverage, but he tripped and fell. That allowed the running back Fry to get it on into the end zone for the touchdown.
Daniel Bone came on a safety blitz and missed him. Just didn't have enough time to get there.
They had the play diagnosed, but Nushi fell down. Okay, so we did have one of the touchdowns there for South Dakota Mines. That was a play that got him within a touchdown, but then the Thunderwolves able to answer. And maybe we don't have that play, so that's all right. So anyway, Thunderwolves get their last touchdown as it was Fuller out in the flat. It was on the old Statue of Liberty. I'll find that play later on my copy of the game. We'll post that one a little bit later on this evening or maybe tomorrow. But Fuller back to pass. He fakes the handoff, then fakes the jet sweep reverse. I think it was Cook coming around, kind of just poses there like the old Statue of Liberty, then spins, hits Lucky Do out in the flat for the touchdown. The extra point was good, making it 35-21. South Dakota Mines able to come back with another score of their own to make it 35-28, but then the Thunderwolves getting the big plays on defense to seal the deal late, and they win it 35-28. Again, we thank Dean Edens for compiling all of our highlights in the package today. Come back, we'll have the numbers for you. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City. Thunderwolves win it 35-28. Before we get to our numbers, Joe has breaking news on the air horn situation.
Yeah, I'm down there, and right in front of us, this guy has like a four-headed air horn. I go, God, that's a great contraption, but I go, that had to be homemade. It was homemade. The guy makes them for a living. He sells them, and he makes them for fans. And he goes, this is his third iteration of this particular air horn. And he's a great fan because he loves this team. And he goes, this is the best we've ever looked against Pueblo. And it's just after the game, everybody's friends.
Right.
And, he was a great guy. He's the guy that he told me what a great day for football today, and I said, thanks for the weather.
You bet. Here's the numbers from today's game. Hard Rockers actually had more first downs in the pack today, 24-20. They outrushed the Thunderwolves, 166-83, but the Thunderwolves outgained them in the air, 353-243. Total offense, Thunderwolves 436 yards on 62 plays from scrimmage. South Dakota Mines 409 yards on 80 plays from scrimmage. That's a lot of plays.
142 plays between two teams.
That's pretty amazing. Third down efficiency today. Both teams struggled at times, but both teams were pretty good at times. But the ultimate third down, the Thunderwolves got them off the field. But on the day, Pack was 8 of 15, and they got the big third down to seal the deal, didn't they? They needed that first down. They got that done there. That's the one that counted. South Dakota Mines 9 of 14 on third downs. Thunderwolves were 0 for 1 on the lone fourth down try in the game. some of the individual numbers here. We're having to rely on our internet usage here. Fuller ends up in the game 23 of 34, 1 pick, 353 yards, 4 touchdowns. Another ho-hum day for one Mr.
Yeah,
Fuller.
four touchdowns. You know what's ironic, though, is the one pick that he threw ended up eventually as a Hard Rocker touchdown. They drove it 96 yards.
And he had him, too, just a little underthrew it there. Retzlaff, 5 catches, 172 yards, 1 touchdown, averaged 34.4 yards per catch. Dvorak, 4 for 51, and the touchdown. Rakowski, 7 for 39. Cook, 2 for 38. They've got him credited with a touchdown receiving, but that should be changed to rushing, I believe, because it was a scoop and score on the official stats, the way they configure it. Lucky do, so he might take a touchdown pass away from Fuller as well. So we'll see how they all work that out. Doesn't matter. Thunderwolves win it. Lucky do, 1 catch. It was a big one, 25 yards for the touchdown. Running the ball today, Martinez had 15 carries for 64 yards and the touchdown. Russell, 8 for 14. Some of their numbers for South Dakota Mines. Johansson today, he ends up 19 of 35. Did throw 2 picks. Did have 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times. The last sack was a huge one. Nolan, 7 catches for 127, 1 touchdown. He might be the best receiver in the conference when you're watching him here today. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather have Retzlaff.
Well, and then he's got Max McLeod at the other Mines. But
yeah, Fry 4 for 33, Dryden 3 for 32, a touchdown. Fry also caught a touchdown. Running the ball today, Fry pretty good, 18 carries for 92 yards. Harris, 10 carries for 50. He had a touchdown. Johansson, 14 for 48. Net of 24 because you factor in the sack yardage as well. All right, there's your numbers from today's ball game. We'll come back. We'll do a scoreboard. That all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City. Quick scoreboard here. Mines defeats Highlands, or they lead Highlands 76-3. Fourth quarter score there. Black Hill State leads Adams State 21-14. Mesa leads Chadron State 31-0. A lot of people thought Chadron State was going to go in there and beat Mesa today. Again. Western Colorado leads Fort Lewis 26-3 in the third quarter. Some of the other stuff, we look at Super Region 4 because that's what we're only worried about because with the Thunderwolves needing people to lose. Permian Basin is one of those, but they're leading 21-0, so it's not going to happen there. Augustana, you might need them to lose. They're not losing. They're leading Northern State 24-14. So far, nothing going the Thunderwolves' way. Bemidji State, you need them to lose. They won 27-40. You getting the idea, Joe? Minnesota
happen.
State, they had a tough one, but they win over Winona State 49-42. So nothing going the Thunderwolves' way today on the scoreboard. There's the final coup de grace. Wayne State, Nebraska defeats Sioux Falls 28-20. So no help there at all for the Pack. Let's see what the top teams in the country did today real quickly here. We're only worried really about I know Ferris State, that was kind of on upset alert early, but they come back and defeat Davenport 28-10. Slippery Rock trailed early, but they end up winning over Edinburgh 56-18. McKendree, our old buddy down there,
Mike Babcock,
21-16. They're on a roll. I think they've won 3 in a row here.
Ben will be happy.
So that's good for that. That's where, Ben used to matriculate down there. Look at this one, though, Joe. Missouri Western has upset Pittsburgh State 31-30. That is a final.
Down go the Gorillas.
Oh, wow. That is a huge win there. Grand Valley State, they defeat Wayne State, Michigan, 66-10. And Valdosta State defeats West Alabama 20-14. On the big boys side of the house, Air Force getting shellacked today. They're down 23-3. Under 7 minutes to go. 6:55 to go in the game. Army has the ball. No chance there. Thunderwolves. The Falcons are going to lose. Utah leads Arizona State. Florida State over Pitt. Missouri and Georgia in a tie. Oklahoma down 3 to Oklahoma State. Penn State leads Maryland at halftime. Some of the other finals today. Number 1 Ohio State wins. Ole Miss, the most exciting game of the day, defeats Texas A&M 38-35. Tennessee over UConn. Bigger games later tonight. Purdue and Michigan, Washington and USC, LSU and Alabama. CU, the Pac-12 game after dark tonight, take on Oregon State in Boulder. And UCLA is at Arizona. Come back. We're going to wrap things up right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Rapid City, South Dakota. It is Dunham Field. We're at O'Hara Stadium here on the campus of South Dakota Mines University in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. And Joe, you know, it feels good to win a game where you're kind of stressed a little bit. It was just too easy, too early, but the Thunderwolves survived, and they end up getting the plays not only on defense late, but the offense gets that first down. I think it was a fitting way to end the game.
It was, and we've talked. This was a quality opponent.
Yeah.
Charlie Floor's done a great job here. This was the fourth best team they faced this year.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll say that
Right.
straight up. Mines, Grand Valley, Western, and then you bring in South Dakota Mines. That's the best teams they faced this year. And they put up a fight. You know, give them credit. Even Csu-Pueblo is like, hey, good teams chip away. And they did. They chipped away.
And they made the plays they had to, and I thought your post-game interview was perfect. You know, you made the plays you needed to make. You got big plays, but you gave up a little bit, but you were able to seal the deal late.
Well, it's a typical Thunderwolf game where you bend, but you don't break. And then when you got to have a play, you get a Tyler Dvorak, or you get a Chance Fuller, or you get a Csu-Pueblo or a John Nushi that make that play.
All right, Joe, enjoy your plane flight home.
Yeah, enjoy your ride.
I'll text you when we're 2 hours down the road.
I'll be asleep in my bed.
All right, that's going to wrap things up. We thank Ben Greenberg, the Sports Information Director at CSU Pueblo. Paul Plinsky, of course, we enjoyed his halftime visit with us, as always, and everybody here at South Dakota Mines, they're always very hospitable, and they got us on the air. When it looked a little bleak early on, we were able to bang on the old internet connection and get us on the air, and that always worked well. Dean Edens, for the first time, was our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. We thank Dean for all of his hard work. We look forward to hearing him on the air somewhere down the line. He's looking for a little airtime. He's doing a little promotion work for iHeart, but he's got the voice.
He does.
Heard him on that. He's like, man, this guy is a pro. All right. My name is Jim Brooks, reminding you the final score here today. Thunderwolves win it 35-28. We remind you we'll be back for the final Phil Vigil show of the year on Thursday night from Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House. It's brought to you by Rustler Implement. That will be at 6 o'clock at the Thunder Zone on Thursday night. Our next and final regular season broadcast of the year of Thunderwolves football will be next Saturday. We'll be at home. It'll be senior day. Black Hills State comes to town. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. We'll have the pregame show for you right here on Fox Sports Pueblo at 12:30. For Dean Edens, for my partner Joe Cervi, for Ben Greenberg and Paul Plinsky, my name is Jim Brooks. Good afternoon, everybody.